Ah, yes, co-host.
Well.
The saga continues.
Oh, boy. Not that again.
that again.
Every time I hear that, I was like, is this the show from last week?
Yeah, I know. I feel like it is.
When will this saga ever end?
It won't end. This is the further adventures of the black man and the robot.
Oh, my God. Further adventures.
Further adventures of the...
Crazy adventures.
The crazy adventures of the Black Wonder, and the Sidekick 3000.
That's right. Sidekick. Don't be calling me no sidekick. I ain't nobody's sidekick. You're my sidekick.
Every superhero has to have a sidekick.
Well,
I can't be.
Well, you ain't no hero.
I'm the Black Wonder,
and you ain't super either.
Well, hey, I'm a hero of some sort. My mama thinks I'm a hero.
Yeah, that's good for you and your mom.
Can't be no. I'm the Black Wonder. I can't be no sidekick.
You let her keep telling you that, and you keep on believing it.
Well, nevertheless.
Okay, Are you already fucked up from this crazy ass beer you brought in?
Man, nevertheless. Shibboleth.
Oh my God.
Man, let me tell you, before we get started, people, tonight's show is being brought to you by not with money, but with alcohol. Being brought to you by Satan himself. We got this thing called Oaked Arrogant Bastard Ale.
Yes. It's an ale aged with American oak wood chips. And I tell you what, it tastes like it. It tastes like somebody got the oak wood chips and like crunched them all down and managed to fit them all in this bottle, because that's what it feels like. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like there's burned wood in here or something.
Heavy on the carbon. That's how we like our beer.
This is some thick ass beer. This is okay. If you ever want to know what it feels like for me to have my oil and get crazy with it, this shit tastes like just pure oil right now.
So do you not like it then? Should I?
I love it. No, okay. I that's all I'm saying. I'm letting you know. Hey, this is some wild beer here,
ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know we have the only robot in the world that can consume alcohol.
Yes,
the co-host runs on oil.
Yes.
And alcohol.
That's right.
That's why he's fucked up half the time.
Sometimes I can have like some mixed drinks in there. Lots I can do.
What'd you say? Put a little martini in there every now and then.
Top shelf liquor.
Asti spumante.
Put it in my Pennzoil. Instant party.
Pick you up and shake you around a little bit.
Yeah. And this is one hell of an arrogant bastard.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why I bought this, okay? I hope you like this, because this shit, for this 6-pack, guess how much this was?
$5.
$17.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
But let me tell you why I had to buy it.
Come with a naked chick?
Well, I'm going to explain something. I wish it did now, but let me tell you something. On the back, it says, now let me read this. It says, this is an aggressive ale. You probably won't like it. It is quite doubtful that you have the taste or the sophistication to be able to appreciate an ale of this quality and depth. I looked at
That's Corey.
I got that far, and I was like, who the fuck are you talking to like that? How dare you speak to me like that? Goddamn beer talking shit to me.
You no good, arrogant bastard. Oh, wait.
Hey, that's the name. So I picked this shit up and I bought it, and now I feel like I got ripped off.
Now it says also at the below paragraph, the bottom paragraph, it says the arrogance grows. Too many strive towards complacency.
Are you drunk?
As a goal. Ooh. They stop their urge and desire the discovery somewhere between youth and adulthood. All right,
that's like way too much explanation for a beer.
Is this written by what's his name? Tolkien?
J.R. Tolkien beer. You do not have the sophistication nor the goal to try this beer.
You're too stupid to drink this.
Dwarves lost their lives searching for this beer to dragons.
Oh my God. What were those characters in the Return of the Jedi that died to get the plans to the Death Star? You remember what those guys were called?
Jedis? I don't know.
No, they weren't called Jedis. What was it? Many Boombatas died.
Oh shit! See all that Star? I love when people like try to pull that Star Wars language on me, and I'm like, man, who gives a fuck? All right,
I don't know. I'm sure somebody will let us know.
Would you say that if many elves fought in a war to bring you this ale right here?
Many Ewoks died in pain to deliver this fine brew.
You are drinking the piss of dragons. Arrogant bastard ale.
Piss of dragons. Oh my god. Oh wow.
We jerked off dragons to bring you this ale.
Don't say that. All right, I'm not thirsty anymore.
Yeah, no, that's what it tastes like, damn dragon sperm. So anyway, people, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
we do. We got a show.
We have too much to talk about.
We got too much. I don't know how we're gonna cram it all into this, but
it's time to start cramming.
You might get one of these Dark Knight times 10 shows right here. We now we want to talk about, of course, the whole aftermath of The Watchmen.
Oh my God!
Said some things people didn't
war,
like.
I think that bloody war is still going on.
I mean, there are people who actually lost lives behind that review.
That's like a civil war going on. Friends turning on friends. And
I told you,
craziness.
Mothers against fathers, brother against sister.
Cats fighting dogs.
Yeah.
Crickets fighting turtles. Total pandemonium.
Ninjas fighting nuns. I mean, it's crazy, man. People just going wild behind this Watchmen stuff.
Something to talk about, I guess.
It is something for people to do. It's funny what a highly anticipated film will make people do.
Oh yeah.
We got that to talk about. We love to talk gossip, so we talk about the media. We ain't above talking gossip here. We heard some shit. Yes, we're gonna talk about a certain incident that happened with a certain star because I think it's funny. Right. You the one that brought it up to me.
I did bring it up to you.
We're gonna talk about gifts.
Yeah,
that are given to us.
Gifts, yes,
by the by some of the members,
beautiful people of Spill.
Yeah, and so you brought something in here. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some people who are on the internet. Yeah, talking about what the Watchmen other than us.
That's right.
Like there's some people out there that people hate, but I love these guys. I don't know if we're going to talk about both of them. We're going to talk about at least one of these guys. Right. I love it.
We'll cram them in. We'll see.
We'll cram it in.
I think they're both hilarious.
What else do we have in there?
What else do we have? I don't know. Well, I'm sure we'll make it up as we go along.
We always do that. We never come in here with a plan.
No.
We don't know what the hell's going on.
That's why there's never any success.
Because
there's no plan.
And, of course, we're going to read people's emails. That's why we do this show. People, we tell you every week. Damn, how many times we got to tell you? Yeah. We come in here, you and our bullshit, professional bullshitters.
That's right.
We got our license to do this. Do you know how long we had to go to school?
We had badges.
We had to take classes to bullshit
That's
like this.
We had to sneak into classes.
You had to sneak out. Yeah. We had to train. We were trained bullshit. We had to train to do this.
We were trained by bullshitters, and we had to kill the bullshitters so we could be at the top of bullshitting.
Exactly. We killed the bullshitters before.
Killed our masters.
So that we'd be the best in the world.
That's right.
And so not only do we bullshit, solving the world's problems here, hoping that with every show the world gets better.
I hope so.
That economy is just...
It don't seem like it, but hey... as long as we keep convincing ourselves it's getting better. It's getting better.
We know. We got to convince them.
That's right.
But
it's all a matter of walking out that door.
The economy be done in 2 weeks after 2 of these shows.
That's right. According to us, yeah.
Yeah, according to in our minds.
We got $5 saved, though. Yeah. We're fine.
But yeah, exactly. We got a couple of dimes in our pockets.
We have a toilet full of water. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Of course, this comes from one drunk guy and one drunk robot right there. And then, people, we like to make the show about you. Like we said, we read your emails. We talk about you. Talk about your mama.
Yeah.
Talk about your daddy.
We kiss their ass.
Yeah. You guys are some good guys out there. So we want to make a show that would kind of not only entertained you, but was also somewhat about you. So we're going to read your emails.
That's right.
And we're going to actually commend you on some of the good deeds that you do on this site called Spill.com.
And later tonight, Corey will jerk you off. That's right.
If you are a dragon and you give me good ale, yes. So, man, look, we gave a pretty lengthy intro there.
You can say that again.
Now, if you can't be ready after that, I don't know what we can do for you, but I'm ready.
I'm ready too, pal.
Well, shit, if you ready, I'm ready. If
we're all ready,
then you know what? I think we should let's do this. Yes!
Hey, that's Chewbacca.
Drink to this, but
oh my God, Corey, calm down with that dragon sperm. You got dragon sperm all in your face. Get down.
I know the people who first heard this show, they're tuning out now. Like, what the fuck is going on here with this?
They've been drinking that crazy ass dragon sperm too damn long.
Dragon sperm ale, boy. Hey, I'm gonna go through. I have to just remind me. I got to go through and put some artwork up Yeah, we had some people who went out on a limb. They said, you know what, I'm gonna throw my thing in there, put my little hat in
Their
there,
art.
throw my hat in the ring there. And some people put Ghost Rider put up some art.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mexicano, the genius, made a poster of me looking like the new Terminator.
I saw that.
Holy Jesus. That poster kicked my ass all over the place.
I took it. I saved it. I'm definitely gonna put that up. Mexicano is he's gourmet.
Yes,
that's
he
the only way I
is.
can describe it.
Yes.
He's a fine wine. That
he
guy
is no lean cuisine.
No, he is not. No, he's not no Swanson's chicken dinner. That
No,
guy.
sir.
He's the real thing. He's what do you call that shit? See, I don't eat hors d'oeuvres or anything like that.
Nighthawk? I don't know.
He's a sirloin.
He's hungry man. That's what
he's a sirloin with a mashed potato. Hungry man. So I'm gonna throw some people's art up. A lot of people been doing some good art. Ghost Rider actually did the Black Wonder in the co-host 3000.
That's nice.
I always thought of doing if I had a chance to do a comic, I would do the Black Wonder and the Sidekick 3000. Like you would normally
sidekick again.
But what else
Please
can I
make
call
sure
you?
the first issue I fucking leave your ass.
You gotta
quit
be
the team.
I mean, you are the co-host 3000, but when you put the
That
mask
I am.
on, you are the Sidekick 3000. The funny thing is, when you put the mask on, nobody knows who you are. It's like,
Is that like Spider-Man?
It's like Clark Kent with the glasses. I mean,
is it?
look, glasses don't make anybody look different.
Right.
If I was
Makes
wearing
Superman look different.
makes who?
Superman.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
can't
Clark
tell.
Kent. Oh, well then you're a dumbass then.
What are you talking about? You're talking crazy now.
We put them. Tell you what, we keep you like you are. You little robotic ball, and then you put on like a Zorro mask and call you the Cold 3000 people. I mean, the Sidekick 3000 people be like, who's that? Who is that mask ball?
Do I get a black horse?
You're not talking about me, are you?
Oh, no.
Because the only black thing
No,
you
all
get
right.
is
You're
me.
taking this somewhere I don't want it to go. All right, you need to calm down with that.
Speaking of blackness,
Yeah, speaking of blacks.
when I went to go buy this arrogant bastard ale,
Yeah.
I saw something that I haven't seen in years.
What?
It's gonna sound
Black guy use a credit card?
yeah, it was me. Guys behind the counter like, hey, this guy's credit is okay. But I did see a black guy doing something I hadn't seen in a long time. Now,
Not hold up the place?
see, now, fuck you.
I'm sorry. Go
Even
ahead.
though what I'm about to say is going to sound, if I was white, it would sound racist.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go through with it. Mm-hmm. I saw a black man wearing a headband.
A headband?
Yes.
Like Guns N' Roses type headband?
Like a elastic tennis coach type headband. Like
like old school, like John McEnroe headband?
yeah, elastic red headband. Like now back in the '80s and shit, black guys wore headbands all the time. Mm-hmm. And I think with even
Who wore I'm trying to think who the hell wore headbands back then.
Man,
I know it wasn't Scatman Carruthers.
Man, all kind of black people, because they were breakdancing back in the 80s, so all kind of...
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
like Turbo and Ozone.
Yeah, all that
go.
kind of stuff. Yeah, from breaking, they had all kind of black men wearing headbands. But
that's right.
But today, even with the break dancers we have today, we see people usually wearing bandanas and baseball caps. Nobody
has the guts to sport the old school headband.
This brother had like one of those elastic, kind of fuzzy looking, kind of knit red headbands around his head, and he didn't look like he was going jogging or anything.
Yeah.
He was just working behind the counter.
Are you sure that wasn't Turbo from Breaking 2?
That's what he's doing now.
Are you sure he wasn't doing his dance around the broomstick? Are you sure he wasn't working there?
Yeah,
Did you start dancing on the ceiling?
Yeah, he did that with my credit card when he was trying to swipe it. He picked it up and was making it move. Man, just swipe the shit. Quit doing that shit.
Where's the guy who works here? Holy Jesus, he's on the ceiling dancing. How can I help you, sir? He's doing the robot. Bastard ale is over there.
Move right over there. So he moved. Follow me. He moonwalks down to the beer section. Hey, man, I can't keep up with that shit.
Planet Rock, don't stop.
He's moonwalking.
Bop the Planet Rock.
He knocks over a stand full of chips and beers.
Yeah.
Turbo, what are we talking about that shit?
Oh,
You're not here to dance. You're just here to work. Now, show this man to the beer.
and it's
expect to
Ozone.
work.
Look, it's Ozone. He's working here.
Shit. And sweep that shit up when you're done. And don't be dancing with that broom again.
Those days are over.
Yeah, you know what? When you think about it, it's like this dude looked like he looked like a break dancer who was probably from the 80s and was out of work. And it looked like the only job he could get is over there at the whip in.
He still has that Beat Street tape where you pull out the little fold in, the whole breakdance chart.
Yeah, he got his boom box up there. Yeah, he still got his Alfonso Rivero breakdancing
right.
kit.
He has his Carlton breakdance kit. Oh, badass.
I looked at that and I was like, this brother don't look like he's about to go jogging or breakdance. He's got on a normal shirt, got on like a normal pair of pants and shit, like some slacks, and this brother has a headband on.
Hey, he's a multitasker. He trying to do his job and do his thing too, man. You always got to practice with these new kids today.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe when he gets off, he's got his breakdancing meet to go to or something.
That's right.
He's got a battle to go to after he gets through with the whip in.
He's got to step up. You got to go to the streets. That club, the streets. Remember that? Remember that place?
The streets.
The streets.
I just said though, man, you see these hipster dudes out there wearing headbands. They're trying to. It's the ugliest thing. You got these hipster dudes out there trying to be ironic, so they're wearing real tight jogging shorts and socks up to their knees, and some of them wear headbands, looking like something out of a Wes Anderson movie or some shit. But you don't see too many Negroes doing that, you know. Don't see too many black people doing that. I was just like, hey, look, give it up to that brother. He's doing his thing. Man.
I salute him.
He's doing his own thing.
He's rapping to a rapper with his own beats.
Taking my credit card and swiping it. And
That's right.
with a headband on.
Oh, that'd be awesome if he was like listening to Fat Boys. Fat Boys.
So anyway, man, let's
Awesome.
what do you want to start with first here?
Well, I guess you want to start with Watchmen.
Watchmen, man.
I know we obviously.
Let's
As
get,
much as I would love to avoid that, just because I've been had it up to here with the Watchmen.
I know, man. We in Carlisle and I talked about this on
you
a
guys
couple of
did.
cold ones, but
Now, which I did hear. I heard like I heard when you were defending the ending of the film, which I salute you for giving your opinion on that, because I felt the same exact way, and I'm glad you said something about that.
I liked the ending of the movie.
I loved it too. I mean, I loved it. So you know,
I liked it better than the book.
But I understand. But you know, the funny thing is, one time High was over, and he had just got done reading that book, right? And this is like a couple weeks before the movie came out, and we actually got into an argument about the book's ending, where he thought it was silly. I was trying to defend it. We had, High,
and this is before he saw the movie. Hadn't read the book.
This is before he saw the movie, and
High will argue with you.
Boy, High will argue with you till 4 a.m. I believe we started the discussion around midnight, and he was still going. That boy has passion, much passion
about everything. High, I don't want. High's listening, but High.
No, I know High's listening.
But High came over the other night, and we played Resident Evil 5. Oh, I'm gonna tell people about that in a little while too.
Okay, cool.
We played Resident Evil 5, and
thanks for inviting me, you son of a bitch.
Man, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
He got to my place at 2 a.m, drunk.
Oh.
And so we played Gears of War a little bit, and he put on Resident Evil 5, and that brother wasn't ready to leave. I say brother, but he's Asian. But that boy wasn't.
He's an Asian brother.
He's my Asian persuasion brother. He wasn't. About 8 o'clock came around, and
8 o'clock.
Yeah, about 8 o'clock came around, and I told him, I said, "Hey, High, wow, man, it's getting late." Well, meanwhile, the sun's coming up. I'm talking about it's getting late, and he's like, "Well, hey, man, I thought we were gonna finish this thing, like finish the game."
Oh shit!
Like, man,
we got to do this.
Yeah, he was on a mission. I was like, man, we got to go to bed, man. I'm like, me and you have got to go to bed.
I canceled all my plans to finish this goddamn game.
Yeah.
We must be victorious. Victory!
There's been a time High came over, was playing a game, and I fell asleep. I said, just play it. I fell asleep and let him just keep playing. I woke up, he was still there.
That's scary.
8 hours later, he was still playing fucking video games in my home.
What the hell is he trying to do? Is he trying to get sucked in the game or something like Tron? What the hell's going on with that guy?
As you say, That boy's got passion.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
he
once he
does.
gets his mindset on something, he ain't gonna let go.
Yeah.
Don't ever make enemies with him. Like don't ever piss him off because he will hold a grudge for a decade.
Oh well, I've never. Yeah,
Don't ever
I've heard,
step on his
I've
sneakers.
Heard stories. Yeah, I mean, High's super cool with me. So
No, High's super cool with me too. He's one of my best friends, man. I mean, but don't step on his sneakers because he'll never forgive you.
I ain't got no legs.
But what happened?
But anyway, we got into it wasn't an argument. I was kind of. It was funny because I was trying to defend the logic of the book as far as the explanation, as far as that ending goes, and a couple of times I started to stump myself because I'm like, I can't fucking explain this. These people get together, they create something, it plays with people's minds, and I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? And they're like, you know what, High? And
you got me.
I do with High like I do with girls sometimes. You're right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm wrong. I don't
now
know
get out.
You're right. All right. I got to shut down. All right. And it was funny because I saw the movie with High, and when I watched that ending, I was like, oh my god, this is a great ending.
Yeah.
Only because.
And I'm not.
High is kind of right as far as trying to explain what they did in the book and the movie. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't buy it. I mean, any person with a brain who hadn't read that book would not take that ending. As far as in the film.
And that's been a big discussion. I mean, we ain't going to elaborate on it. People, if
No,
you don't know by
you've heard it
now,
all. You've
in
heard
the
it.
book, it's a giant squid. I
yeah.
won't ruin it for you, but hey, look, it's a giant squid that pops up in the city.
I even hate that we're saying that.
Yeah, I mean, these people.
I guess you guys already did that.
Well, these people get together, they create a giant squid, they teleport it to a
Oh,
city.
you're telling me too much.
For these are people who know. People who don't know don't listen, but they teleport it. And
We
it
should
pops.
have- it's already too late.
I know
You
it's too late now,
Ain't,
but-
ain't no fucking way in hell they're gonna.
But and then everybody's supposed to think there's an alien attack going on, and the world gets together to prevent a nuclear holocaust
Right.
because we're all working together.
Right.
Even when I read the book, now I'm not going to be one of those people who said that was stupid, because when I read it, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
that's what I said. It's crazy, but it works.
I said,
it makes sense.
it's such a good book. I'm accepting it.
Right.
I think that's a little far fetched,
Yeah.
but
it was far fetched, but I accepted the idea of something like that happening because I always told my buddies, you know what fucking needs to go down if there's ever a situation where we're just about to blow each other to fucking kingdom come. We need to have something bigger than what we are, who we are, bigger than this planet to like just come down and just fucking destroy something and let us know, almost like the finger of God needs to come down and like explode a city or something to know, hey, there's other things out there that
well,
you just can't comprehend.
We did just have that.
Well, what
George
was that?
Bush.
Oh.
I mean, shit. The world was so ready to come together. They elected a black man as president. Shit, that was like the Watchmen for black people right there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like it was like because black people saying you ain't gonna ever see a black president.
I thought you were gonna tell me Britney exposed her vagina. I was like, that
No.
ended a lot of that tore a lot of people's souls away.
No. We a lot of black people said we ain't gonna have no black president, and George Bush came in. He was the giant squid. George Bush was the giant squid.
He was the jerk. That's what he was.
Yeah. And
that
then-
movie, The Jerk, it's about him. It's about his upbringing.
And then after George Bush, he came in and made people so scared and fucked up so much that
Right.
people said, you know what? We're all gonna come together and we don't give a damn what color the president is. Black president, that's fine.
That's terrible, Corey. I can't believe you just said that about your own people.
Well, shit, it's true. It's not just me; it was the world. Shit, you had people.
I guess that I could see that. He talked like Medea every once in a while.
Man, there's people over in France who are all like, "Hey, fuck les black people," But then, Bush came into effect, and they were like, "Shit, we'd gladly take Obama." The whole world was like, "Get that motherfucker out."
I thought he was French, trying to speak English at the time. Nuclear and all that kind of shit, crazy shit.
The people throwing shoes at him.
But like I said, I always seem like, in order for anyone to get along, you almost need a bigger force out there to show them, hey, you're fucking a small fry, all right?
Well,
You better start getting along. Almost like basically like a Day the Earth Stood Still scenario. Where,
that's why the book worked.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just kind of like it's not so much as a squid. It's crazy, but whatever.
Right.
But my whole thing with this Watchmen deal is that people coming in,
Yeah.
just pissed because
But with the comments,
well, I mean,
with all
hey, look,
200 of them.
I loved it, man. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I
no.
loved the comments. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna,
that's people listening.
that's what,
and
that
paying
people
attention.
listening. That's what we. That's what we thrive on.
what
We can't discourage
Yeah.
that. But
We pray to God for that for every single one of our reviews.
yeah, people, listen. Just because somebody says I don't love it, doesn't mean that we don't get it. We didn't hate it.
Right.
Doesn't mean that we nitpicked. Everybody has their own fucking opinion.
Well, I can't talk. I was one of those people.
I know, but you settled down after a while.
I settled down. Yeah, I mean,
You were mad.
I was in shock actually after I heard your review because I was just like, wow, was it that bad? Fucking Leon, calm down. But yeah, but after a few days, I was like, you know what? After hearing everyone else complain about it, and you look at those comments and you start to reflect on yourself about. I'm like, Jesus, you know what? I should shut the hell up. I don't want to come across as one of these dicks that, But at the same time, I felt very strongly about at least my opinion as far as loving the film, and it was just
That's right. You
amazing
love the
to
film.
me.
I'm putting up your
I loved
review.
it, yeah.
About the same time this comes up.
Right.
It was such a it was such a crazy review. I got to go in and work with it a little bit. That's why it's taking so long to get up.
You always have to work with everything I do, apparently, but you can't understand my logic, but I'm sure somebody out there can. But no. After I did that review, I was like, oh shit. I hope that sounds okay. I got a little worried. I was like, it's too much emotion. I hope I put enough to let people know exactly why I liked it, and not just like a whole rambling. And of course, I poked at you guys, but I always do. I love doing that.
No, we understand that.
That makes me laugh. So
what gets me, I guess because I've only been like this maybe about once or twice. I remember we've all gotten into arguments about movies. I remember getting into a heated thing with Leon years ago about Spawn.
Oh
and
my
I
God!
think,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
do you remember that? Like
I was there. Yeah,
he thought Spawn was great, and I was like, "That's one of the worst movies I've seen." And him and I just got into it. I mean,
you guys got into it. And the funny thing is, like, I thought when I saw Spawn, I was like, it's all right. I was more caught up in the special effects, but a few days I saw it again. And I was like, this is bad. And now I can hardly watch it.
Well, but, I'm not even trying to win an argument anymore.
No,
with that.
I remember.
It was kind of like I called him up the next day, and I was like, well, I'm reading USA Today right now, and they said this movie's 1 star. And he's like, oh, well, I read a review that said it was good. And I mean, we're doing this like 2 days later. We're like going at each other like,
did that?
Yeah, seriously. Like I'm calling up and it's like, like trying to compare notes and shit. Well, most people that I've read have said, well, I've read 1 or 2 things that said it's good, and I can tell you. And it's like, and that's when I really caught myself. It really was after that I said, man, I can't.
Yeah, you can't live your life like that.
I'd like. Who's giving me a paycheck for Spawn?
Exactly.
And then I saw Leon and Cyrus get into it.
Over what?
We were in a car, and we were all together. I gave both of them a ride. And I don't know how this is crazy. I don't know how we ended up carpooling to this movie, but it was a movie called Stay. Not even that big of a movie.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Nobody's heard of this movie?
Yeah.
I forgot who's in it, but it's a movie called Stay. Look it up, people.
Yeah.
When you see what the movie's about and see the movie, you're going to be like, I never heard of this. You're going to be like, what the fuck were they arguing about? We were in a car, and Leon and Cyrus loved the movie, and Leon fell asleep. He's like, I'm bored. And for some reason, it turned into this real passionate, heated argument between them to where I had to like stop the car for a little bit, and I'd be like, do you listen? Are you listening to yourselves right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. It's funny because the first time I met Carlisle was we were getting out of what was it? I want to say it was Finding Nemo, and I made a comment. I was talking to somebody else. I was making a comment to somebody else about Monsters Inc.
Did you say how Nemo was a socialist or something?
Yeah. I'm sure he was talking to somebody else about that, but no, I mentioned to somebody, not him, that I didn't care too much about for Monsters Inc. I was like, I just didn't care for it. I didn't think it was that great. And he turned around and looked at me. He's like, "What are you talking about?" And he went on a whole rant. And I just looked at him, and I didn't even know the guy at the time. I barely knew him. And I just remember like looking at him and thinking to myself, "Wow, this grown man he's arguing to me about a cartoon." And I remember I just kind of rolled away. I'm sure he was still talking. I was like, I'm not gonna get involved in this.
But there's now my thing here, and Carla and I got into
you guys get into it all the time.
We get into it with everything, but I mean, not anymore.
You guys mellow.
But I remember one time we got into it about Alien versus Predator versus Alien. Alien versus Predator, the first one.
Okay.
He hated it, and I'm one of those few people that liked it.
Yeah,
I know
you did
people
like it. Yeah,
I know people. There are a lot of people who hate that movie. I'm one of the few people that I didn't look. It is not that great of a movie.
No, not at all.
So I was, and that's why I was like, why am I yelling at this guy about Alien versus Predator? Because we got into it.
Right.
Even when he was gone, Leon came up to me and another friend is like, man, what are y'all talking about? I'm like, that motherfucker there doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't know Alien. He doesn't know Predator. You know.
Oh, and of course, our epic discussion that will be lost forever in the annals of fucking podcasts, where we got into it about Inside on the Leog Halloween special. Remember? We actually started yelling at each other.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you and I.
Yeah, you and I. Yeah, because I told you it was great. You were like, I didn't think it was that good. And I was like, you motherfucker, that's the last fucking time I'll let you borrow any of my fucking DVDs. You piece of shit.
Yeah.
You don't know what's good.
Co-host, we just got through watching Wreck.
Right.
Now this is, well, we're finna get into it now.
Don't do it.
It was this French movie.
I don't want to attack black.
It's a but now gots to attack black.
To attack black.
Man, we were watching this. So we got through watching that Spanish horror movie Wreck.
Right.
REC,
which we both love.
Wow, man, one of the greatest movies.
We called each other. We were like two teenage girls, like just coming back from the New Kids concert.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Oh my God, that was the greatest film ever. Oh God, I love it. Oh my God, we were coming all over the place over
It's
that
like
film.
you see the girls crying for the Jonas Brothers. I called you up. Wreck touched me.
Our panties were so wet.
But man,
Yeah.
So you said, hey, well, look, if you like Wreck, man, I got something that's equally as good as Wreck.
Exactly.
And it's called Inside. And it's a French horror film.
Right.
And I liked it. I think what happened for me was I didn't love it.
You didn't love it as much as I did.
I didn't love it at all.
Yeah.
And I just thought like, and I got kind of bored with it, as crazy as the movie is.
Right.
And I was like, and the thing is, you compared it to Wreck. That's the first mistake right there.
But you know what?
I
didn't so much compare it to Wreck. I just thought that, I'm not crazy for one. I just said, I think this is just one hell of a horror film that just blew me away as much as Wreck did. Not equally, but almost. I could say that about The Watchmen and Dark Knight. But I guess what I was upset about is like Moxie. The first time I talked to Moxie, I remember this because she wanted me to recommend her something. I was like, check out Inside. Then she wrote me back. She was like, oh my God, that was fucking crazy. Thank you so much for the recommendation. And I recommended that movie to 2 other people, and they were blown away. And I was like, I got something here. So, of course,
and then you give it to me.
Being the genius that I am, decided to let my old pal Corey, who turned me on the Wreck, maybe I'll give him some gold. And no, that shit turned out to be that gold was turning green.
Oh, I know, man. We were recording. It's a shame too because it was on the only time that I was on Leon.
Yeah, you and I were both on Leon.
So I know there was a rumor going around that I sabotaged that shit because that Leon was a League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen that Cyrus and Leon host, and
which today I will still say was probably the greatest episode they have ever
that was
done.
the best one that they had done, and
it's gone,
and that shit is gone. Everything broke down, it's lost. In the middle of it, it was a Halloween special, and you and I were talking about you brought up
we were talking about horror movies to recommend, and
yeah,
I think that's what it was, but we just said Inside, and you were like, it's not that good. And I was like, you motherfucker,
that's what you see, you piece of shit.
You fucking,
don't you ever ask me for another goddamn movie.
You've quit fucking goats. You don't know what's
I was
good.
on there, fuck you, man. Just because you see some shit and you easy to please, and you don't know what's good. You like anything with a fucking knife and blood in it.
It was terrible, and everyone was looking at us like we were nuts.
And co-hosts were down the ground, rolling to my feet, trying to attack.
Take this and that. You're like, what's that? What is this? Something brushing up against. It's windy in here.
I'll bruise your shins. But
I'll give you what for.
So I'll learn you. But man, so our point here is that we realize how people get passionate over these kind of things. Yeah, because look, Leon was the only one that said he didn't care for it too much. Right. He gave it a rental. The rest of it said, hey, you know what? It's good. And I'm not even thinking of it as how it compares to the book. As a movie, I thought it was good. I just didn't come out loving it like everybody did. Right. All of a sudden, because you didn't come out with the answer that people wanted or the review that people wanted. Just a lot of people.
Oh, who, me?
No, not
I
you.
was like, you looking at me. Okay.
No, I'm talking about just in general. There was a lot of people on the site
that wanted to hear this is.
They were waiting. Film. They were waiting for the review to hear.
There's no more need to wait.
Yeah, you never know.
You'll get that when this airs with my review.
Yeah, exactly. When his review goes up, you're going to get the review that you want.
Right.
But for the rest of us, people were waiting for another Dark Knight event kind of review. People wanted to hear full price, better than sex, all across the board.
Right.
And that didn't happen. And people went fucking nuts.
Yeah, and that I was, you know what? It was strange because going to that screening, and of course Carlisle was there. I didn't get to talk to him after the film, but when I walked out, I was with Hyde, and we were both blown away. A lot of the people that came out were really blown away. Like people were talking about, like, oh my god, and I was like, could this be? I mean, at first I was like, could this be another Dark Knight? And then I stopped and thought, well, this is all like hardcore
nerds,
nerds, and
just say it what it is.
Everything,
it's nerds. You went to a nerd screening.
This is people coming from their mother's basements for the.
You went to that MySpace screening where people were there at 9:00 in the morning to see a movie that started at 7:00 at night.
Yeah, there was a line. Yeah, there's a line like you want to.
And I was just thinking to myself, ain't no goddamn way I'm staying in line all day long, like a full work day to see a movie. You got to be out your fucking mind.
And I lucked out because my high connection. So the thing is, I honestly thought, I was like, man, this could this really be possibly another Dark Knight? But then again, I stopped and I thought probably not, because the subject matter and everything involving that movie, I'm not too sure the general public, I don't know how they would take it. I was really trying to figure out. I can see a lot of families trying to bring their kids to this, and even if they can't get their kids in, or they get them in, like, what are they going to think when they start seeing like a full-on sex scene, a blue guy with his junk all around? I mean, it's not. It's
rated R, man.
It's rated R, but
it's not going to do.
It's not an action movie. It's not an action. It's not Spider-Man. By any stretch of the imagination, there's not wow.
No, it's not.
Oh golly, it's nothing like that. It's not like your conventional film.
Anybody who thought that this was going to be another Dark Knight is disillusioned. All right, I mean that's what, and a lot of people wanted that. A lot of people thought like, oh shit, this is this is the greatest book ever made. So of course it's going to be Dark Knight.
Well, Dark Knight, of course, everyone thinks, well, if the Dark Knight did it, another film can come out and do it, or try to do it.
Come on,
but
Dark Knight
but saying the Dark Knight, that really doesn't do justice to. I mean, that really does kind of a disservice to this film, because this film, I don't think they were trying to do Dark Knight. They were just trying to make a film.
Well, no, I mean nobody should be expecting a Dark Knight.
You can't control people's expectations or their crazy thoughts about what it should be.
Look, man, Dark Knight is Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And Watchmen is Watchmen. Zack Snyder, in his defense of this movie, he wasn't trying to make
not
Dark
at all.
Knight. So,
but of course, but the thing is, the people do have that in their head, and and I think that's what's kind of triggering this whole huge debate all over the internet, where people are feeling really passionate about it, and others who just think it's okay.
It's that big. It's that kind of a movie. It's built up to be an event, even if it didn't make as much money as they thought it would. Mm-hmm. It's built up to be an event movie.
Yeah.
Had high anticipation behind it. A lot of people. Now, I'm not saying you personally, all right? But I will say to some people, at some point, and I'm not saying this for all, but some people, you know who you are, and if you don't know who you are, give it a couple of years. You will later on. Mm-hmm. You become so hyped up about something. You wait in line for 9 hours to see something. You saved up money because this is the only movie you can afford to see. Whatever it is, you go through some extreme feelings, emotions, circumstances for a movie that when it finally happens, you can't say anything else but this movie is the greatest movie you've seen. Right. You are going to be hurt if anybody else says otherwise, because you put so much emotional stock into it, maybe a lot of time into it. There's a lot of investment there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, I can say, I've definitely been guilty of that. I think we've all been guilty of that at one point in our lives or whatever. But, the thing is that watching that film and walking out, I didn't really pay so much attention to what people were thinking, because I was too busy thinking about the movie I just saw, and I really enjoyed it, and it blew me away. I mean, as far as the movie, I thought it was pretty spectacular. And when I gave my review, I mean, I honestly gave. I feel like I gave a rating that I could be okay with in a month or so, where I'm not second guessing myself like, maybe I got caught up in the hype. Maybe no. I honestly felt how I felt, and like when I did my review, those are feelings I was feeling at the time, and sure, a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, and I'm okay with that because you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to be myself. Whatever I'm interested in or what I'm into, I don't have other people saying I'm into that too. You know, I patting me on the back because I like something. I like something because I like it.
No,
and I don't need
true.
anyone's approval.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not reviewing movies to tell people. If you want to get right down to it, I'm reviewing movies to have an excuse to be funny.
Right.
All right. I mean,
right.
I want to entertain people. I want to I think there is sort of a small intellectual aspect to it because we do give our honest opinions.
We do.
It gives me a chance to develop whatever skills I have, verbal skills, to develop to a certain extent, even my writing skills. Mm-hmm. And I do a lot of this for me, but mostly I want to entertain people.
Right.
I'm not here to tell you not to spend your money on something. I'm not here to tell you what to think.
Right.
So when you come out of that movie and you say, if you didn't like that movie, fuck you. Well, you know what? I didn't review that movie to tell you to go in and like it or not to like it. Yeah. And I didn't go see that movie to like have you tell me what I should think. Yeah. Fuck your thoughts.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I saw that movie to give you my honest opinion of it.
Yeah.
And to entertain you.
Yeah.
And to make you angry. I did it to make you angry. Mm-hmm. I did it to make you angry at other people. Mm-hmm. I did it to make you come on this site and comment out the ass so that we could actually have a lot of people come in and give hits to the site. And that's what I did it for.
That fuel that you get from when, like, especially like with me when I heard that Leon didn't like it. Oh, I love fucking jabbing at that guy. I even did it in the goddamn comments. I had so much fun. But do I make it personal? No, never. I mean, I saw the fucking guy this weekend, and we were shooting the shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I even gave him a gift.
Oh, yeah. But, there you go.
But, but the thing is, it's all in good fun. But
what's your definition of a gift? What'd you give him? What did you give him?
What else would I give Leon? What does he always want?
Comic book?
You fucking yeah. That's
My question is, where the hell are you getting money and transportation to go get a comic book?
I don't know, but whenever you get that bill statement, don't worry about it. No, but
gotta change my credit card number again.
But I tell you what, though, quick shout out to our buddy Mexicano once again. That guy, not only is he a badass artist, apparently he's a really good reviewer too. Because I
posted his review.
He put up a review of Watchmen, and it blew my review away. I was like, wow, this is a guy. He makes all his points. It makes sense. He throws in his humor. It's great. He throws in his awesome pictures that he does. He even had that fucking, that one guy, the Watchman preacher that we like to call him.
Oh,
Sad days.
I love that guy.
He put in that video of his fucking head. You have to see it. I'm not going to spoil it. You have to see it. But he posted up one hell of a review. And also, since we're talking about members right now, Predator sent me a great review about what he thought. Nick Hodges did.
Oh yeah,
a lot of great members sent me some reviews, and they were spot on great.
Oh yeah,
let
me tell you something about these people. Look, just because I'll be honest with you, I don't give a fuck if you care about my opinion. Right. I'm not here. I'm not one of these nerds. I'm not one of these web guys that like gets upset. I'm not looking for a fight from you.
Right.
Now, just because I say that doesn't mean that I don't care about any of the people on the site. Or I'm trying to take advantage of people.
Right.
We're here to provoke you, to make you think, to get you to do things. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Some of the writing that these members did that came out of something that's so passionate as the Watchmen really proved to me that we have some very talented people on this site.
We may have awakened some talent. I mean,
yes, I was
rose from the ashes.
I would dare say we are inspirational.
That's right.
We are making people discover shit about themselves.
That's right.
Fuck your thoughts. It's your talent that matters. I mean, we're trying to. It's great.
Put it in writing.
Yeah. You know what? I don't give a fuck what you think, but when you are creative, I really love that.
Yeah, and it was great seeing seeing those guys actually put up their reviews and at least send me some of what they thought, and they all loved it. Yeah, so screw all you people who didn't like it. Yeah, you sons of bitches, rotten hell. Pee all over that goddamn comic book of yours.
Man, I tell you, even in the comment section, I was amazed at some of the extent that people wrote in a comment section.
I was amazed by Leon's contribution to the comment section.
Yeah, it makes you think, what Leon ain't got shit to do but sit up here and put up comments with other people.
He is there. Yeah, I think I see more of him than anybody else. Still defending his opinion.
I think we had close to 200 comments in there. 100 of them were Leon's.
Exactly.
All you saw was that blue picture with that afro on there, like every other comment.
With that goddamn smug look at his. I know that picture, just looking at it, pisses people off. Like, that son of a bitch. What makes you think you're right all the time, you bastard?
You motherfucker.
Well, if you haven't seen our review, you know that we didn't say this.
But no, people, look, I just want you to know, you get upset. I would say, hey, look, it's great for us, and I'm glad that it inspires people to do that. Maybe you'll take that energy and put it into something constructive after that. But but instead of like getting mad over the Watchmen. But hey, even if you're doing that, I don't care if you're mad at me. All right, people come on and talk about. I have friends actually get on there on the site. I mean, friends that I have outside of the site come like that I know personally come onto the site and say, instead of talking to me personally, they're like coming onto the site, commenting on the review, talking about, "Hey, Corey, I just want to tell you, you're full of shit, you motherfucker." I mean, seriously, over Watchmen. I'm just kind of like, call me all kind of names over fucking movie. Think I'm gonna lose sleep?
Corey, I'm sorry, that was me. I created another.
No, I wasn't you because I know this guy. I start to write the dude back, you ponytail wearing motherfucker. I dare you talking. I was like, no, man, that dude's cool.
Fuck your thoughts, Corey.
Fuck your thoughts. But man, look, people, I'm really glad to see you. So I'm happy to see people on the site and being active.
Okay,
and
hey, that's
it's hard to get mad at people when they are on there doing something that you created and you see them being very passionate about something, even if they're calling you names and being angry with you and whatnot.
Tell that to Lament.
Oh,
your
man,
buddy.
my buddy, my
pal,
my buddy Lament, Frenchy little fuckface.
Oh my God, what's up with you and that guy?
Man, I was telling Carlisle, it's nothing big. I just like fucking with the guy because obviously he likes fucking with me.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm not gonna do this with everybody because it's not worth the time.
I think that's your mom, dude.
Lament is my mom. My mom is scared of computers. I know it ain't her. It ain't anyone but her. My mom thinks computers are a portal for the devil to come through on or something.
And they are.
The way I use it is. If you've seen some of the porn I have, but no, it's that dude. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it started, but that guy has come in and everything that comes back to me.
Right.
It's not funny. It's stupid. It's
stink.
It's one of those things where it's you think you're funny but you're not. This thing is boring.
You're gay.
All kind of shit, man. I don't know what it is with that guy, but everything that has my touch on it, he comes in. He has something negative to say about it.
Your opinion equals shit.
So I feel like, hey, I just started going back and forth with him, and then people started coming in and saying, "Jesus, Corey, what's wrong with you, man? You being too hard on the guy." But then some other people coming in and saying, and I thought for a while, I was like, well, I was just kind of joking, but maybe I'm being too hard on this guy because I think it's a kid. Right. And let me tell people, there's this guy named Lament on the site, and I'm giving him more fuel to go out and go crazy than I probably should.
We're making him a big star right now.
Yeah, exactly, and.
This is how Kent got his start.
Well, no, Kent was cool with me. This is the guy that's come in and just tried to tell me, he said all kind of things to me. He says, he wrote in one time and says, I don't know how you had this reputation with girls because looking at your picture, you're ugly. And I'm like,
your cartoon
he's like,
it makes me want to puke.
You're ugly. And he's coming in and said,
hot.
You think you're funny, but I want to let you know you're not. I mean, all kind of weird shit. So this guy's just picking on me for some reason.
You think you're hot, but you're just cold diarrhea.
So I just start picking on this guy back, and I said, hey, look, it's a kid, but obviously he's done this to other people, and he's used to hearing this kind of shit. So I just started fucking with him hard, but it wasn't like I was really doing it in some emotionally charged way. Right. It was like what I did when I was when I was a teenager, and we were hanging out with my friends, and we would all pick on each other.
Well, the thing is, it's you're writing in comments, and when you're writing a comment, it's hard to tell. I mean, I think that's the problem. I mean, but you don't really have a way to say, just kidding, unless you actually spell it out.
Well, I started writing that. I started writing like that. Hey, man, I'm just fucking with you. You're good. You're all right with me, and but he kept coming back. Like it turned into a back and forth, and some people
Terminator.
and some people just start saying, "Hey man, these comments between you two are funny."
Yeah.
So I just finally told him, I said, "You and I gonna have this Batman Joker thing going on because I can see this going on forever.
Any way we can get hits."
So I just been going back and forth with him, and now I think I've turned whatever negativity he brought into it into something entertaining.
Great. You guys are gonna have your own show.
Well, like we said, I would love to give him his own podcast where he's just talking shit to me the whole time.
Yeah.
Now it'd be short because I would get mad at that motherfucker after an hour. But no, I'm thinking like, hey, look, the guys, I come in and give a few comments that are funny, I think, and we just jab at each other and it's over with. We say he's my personal troll.
Right.
He makes me actually feel kind of important. He's like somebody who somebody's gonna come in.
He makes you feel special.
Yes, he does.
Wow. Sorry,
You
Corey.
make me feel mighty real.
You're my private dancer.
Dance. You're my private troll. Fucking with me. but man, that dude, I don't know how long it'll last. He'll probably leave after a while. But
probably leave, yeah.
But I mean, somebody who's gonna like put that much energy into fucking with me. Because look, I get paid to fuck with him. Okay, you know, he's fucking with me. It's just kind of like
get paid to make comments.
Exactly. He ain't getting paid shit. I hope not.
Yeah,
you know what? No,
you never know.
Hey, if he is, then shit, that's even makes me feel even more important. Somebody's getting paid to fuck with me. Damn, am I that important?
Yeah, but I could tell you. I mean, you guys are having a good time, just like Leon is with all 20 of his trolls.
His Watchmen trolls.
That poor guy. I think he has it a lot worse than you, but
yeah, no.
But hey, you know that's the power of people's opinions, boy.
Man, I'm pretty cool with people.
Opinions start wars, Corey.
Yeah, exactly.
Start wars.
Exactly.
Speaking of opinions, did you get to hear? I mentioned the Watchman preacher guy, the video that he did.
Well,
where
let me see. Let me. Pull
yeah, you ought to look that up. It's actually the first video he put up. I think after he went on his rant, the one that we played. Is after the movie came out, I think he was reading somebody's review of it. He doesn't say who the review is from, but the way he reads it, it's like he's fucking quoting. It's like he's quoting the Bible. Or
that's what. He does that with everything.
Okay.
So there's this guy. I forgot what his name. You told me, but we call him, like when I first saw his video, I said he sounds like a preacher,
right?
And he was going off on Watchmen, and I said, you know what? He sounds like a preacher. I'm gonna call him Watchman Preacher,
right?
And so he just been calling him the Watchman Preacher,
even though his name is Come On Ass.
That's it. No, that's what I was trying to think of what it was in my head, and I knew it was something nasty. I'm like, you know what? I refuse to say that. No, his name is the Watchman Preacher.
Right.
He talks about all other kind of shit like Terminator. He has a thing out for Terminator, but Watchman.
Yeah, I just saw that today, and I was like, this motherfucker. When will he quit? Because I tell you what, when I saw that review where he was just reading someone else's review. And he was preaching it like it was the gospel, and that I told all you dumb fuckers, you're wrong, kiss my ass, and I was like, this motherfucker right here. Number one, he can barely fucking read the review. I mean, I was like, are you sure? I was trying to figure out. I don't know if this guy fucking was even able to get through the fucking Watchmen because he can barely read the fucking review that he's talking about. But if you can find it,
I'll see if I can find it. I went on the Watchmen. The Watchmen review because somebody posted it on there, and guess what? Sure enough, there's Leon. he just quoted like 20 minutes ago. He's still on there talking to people.
Leon, damn.
Well, you on here twice, so I don't know what I can say.
Well, I was talking shit about Leon, but
okay.
But if you look for it, it's Come On As. If you go to YouTube,
Come On As. Why would you call yourself that?
I don't know.
That's a prison.
Why doesn't he fucking make a rant about that? All right, and it's called More Negative Watchmen Reviews. It Still Sucks. Kiss My Ass. If you type that in, it should pop up.
All right, I don't feel like typing all that. Let me see if I can find it on here. If I can't find it, then.
Well, that's for the listeners if you want to check it out.
Because we've been talking about Watchmen for a while. I don't even know if I want to deal with this fool here. But he had that first Watchmen review where he's talking about sad days.
That motherfucker.
And I was like...
but what somebody we do have to talk about, and we fucking have to talk about it because it's fucking hilarious, is Sex Man, Corey. Your buddy, old chum, Sex Man. He did an amazing Watchmen review.
Did he?
It's hilarious. It's It's on the comment page that you were just looking at.
Okay,
with
let me see
Leon.
if
That at least is there. You can check that out.
Okay, I just passed it a little while ago, and I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Sex Man, it's funny. I don't know if he calls himself that because he's never gonna get any sex.
No, his username. I think
I got it.
Is
No, I'll see it right now.
Pruane. I think it's called. I think it's Pruane2 Forever.
Pruane. What? Poontang?
Pruane.
What?
That's how you spell it.
Okay,
Pruane.
I don't care about this guy's name.
Pruane2 Forever. Right. If you're looking for it on the web, you call him Sex Man.
And he calls himself Sex Man, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've only seen like one other video of his where he was talking about internet porn or girls dancing and calling it pornography.
If you haven't seen it, I love this guy, Sex Man. I don't know. I haven't kept up with him lately, but I used to watch a lot of his reviews back then. He's 15?
Yeah, he's about
15-year-old kid.
He looks like about 15, 16.
15, 16. I hope he ain't 16. Shit, 'cause if he's 16, it's the game over for him. I don't mean to talk shit about this boy, but if he's 16-year-old looking like this, that's fucked up.
Well, he has braces now, if you're wondering about
I ain't worried about his braces. I'm worried about his fucking mind, okay? I'm worried about his brain.
Hey, one step at a time, Corey. Shit. One step at a time.
Can we put braces on this motherfucker's brain? We can do that.
Hey, I don't want braces on his brain. I love how this guy thinks. This guy is an original. He is a genius, if you ask me, especially after hearing his Watchmen review.
The guy is he's a teenager. I'm gonna say 15 because I'm hoping he's 16.
He's a socially awkward, nerdy teenager. And he is a geek. He is about 90% of our audience.
And the way he talks like this.
He talks like this.
On YouTube, just stop it with the porn and stop putting up all this shit. I mean, he sounds like he's from Kentucky or some shit.
Oh my God.
We're talking about some deliverance shit with this kid. He look like he should be playing a banjo when he's talking all this shit.
I love it. He needs to be playing a banjo with 5 naked girls all surrounding him.
Ain't no naked girl.
It's gonna happen, Corey. It has to happen.
Ain't no naked girl coming within.
He is my hero. He's an internet sensation.
Co-host. Ain't no naked girl coming within 5 feet of this motherfucker.
Well,
unless
I
will
pay them.
Unless he's at a strip club and he's got $1 in his hand, a $20 bill. Ain't no girl coming up close.
I'm
gonna
to hand over my whole $5 spill check to that guy, so he can go have himself a good time.
And yeah, this fool looks like he should be in the swampland somewhere. He looks like somebody who shouldn't even have a computer.
Come on now, come on.
Okay, I ain't trying to be too hard.
You're making
on this
fun
kid.
of half our audience.
I know. No. I'm giving all this credit for saying they ain't sex man. It's funny he's called Sex Man because ain't nothing sex about this man, right? He ain't getting no sex. But this
his
fool
teeth ain't getting no sex either.
this fool here. Okay, so you say this review is funny?
It's fucking hilarious.
Man, this is a 2-minute review. Should I play this?
Yeah, play it, please.
Okay, let me pause this. Don't be slowing down the show unless this shit is funny.
No.
All right.
Everyone who I've sent this video to people and they fucking laugh.
I haven't seen it yet.
Fuck your thoughts, Corey. Just play the thing.
Okay. All right. Got it right here. Let me go ahead and cue this up, and this better be funny.
It is funny.
All right, hold on. All right, here we go.
Hello everyone, I just saw Watchmen. I've been sick for the past few days, so that's why I haven't made a new video. So here's my return. Watchmen was spectacular.
The return of Sex Man.
It's already hilarious. Return.
This is my return.
It's about 3 hours long, but I wasn't bored during the whole thing. It's very interesting, and it's parallel 1985. It's a lot different from, I guess, people remember it. I don't remember it because I wasn't born then. But, it's a really good movie. All the characters are amazing, and they do have their problems, which are touched on in the movie. Everybody, explains their backstory. Dr. Manhattan, the comedian, Rorschach, everybody. Most of it is very dark and bloody and violent.
Now, see,
no. Keep going.
Okay, I'm about to say he's giving a pretty straightforward review.
He's doing an honest to God review.
Yeah, I mean, and it's actually pretty good to me. Okay, I mean,
he's pointing out what he likes.
Okay, all right. I mean, is there a?
Oh no, it's
all right.
Keep playing. It's getting there.
This movie is not for the faint of heart.
That's cool.
There is quite a few graphic scenes, which I loved. They were awesome. There's a lot of nudity. There's a blue wiener, too, that you see throughout the movie. But overall, this film is great. I have to give it a rating of 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. Or, you know what I mean. I'm just saying the number of stars, okay? I know my fingers and thumb aren't stars.
He's got his hand up on the screen talking about, I give it 5 stars. He's got his hand up on.
Yeah,
but I love that he's good.
He goes into he knows that his fingers are not stars. you cut off like that.
Wait a minute.
Rewind that a little bit.
More retarded comments about that.
Rewind that.
Go see Watchmen. 5 stars.
Dude.
It was amazing. Or, you know what I mean. I'm just saying the number of stars, okay? I know my fingers and thumb aren't stars, okay? I want any more retarded comments about that. Go see Watchmen. If you like superhero movies, if you like movies like Sin City and stuff, and 300,
here comes the icing on the
movies,
cake.
you're definitely going to like this. All the characters are great. And there is an ending twist, which I heard is different from the graphic novel. That's what made some people hate it and some people like it better. So I don't know.
Here.
So thank you everybody who's watching this, and go see Watchmen.
What?
Watch The Watchmen. Good day. Just want to do one line. One of us died tonight. Somebody knows. Okay, there we go. Goodbye.
Oh my God, that's genius.
Okay, I had to cut it off and go back. I thought he was about to go into like a whole soliloquy or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, somebody died tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
Somebody knows. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
people, if you look at the guy, he does a Rorschach impersonation, and his expression does not change. Now, I don't want to talk about the kid. Look, I wasn't the greatest kid in high school. I did occasionally beat kids up like him.
Oh my God,
but
you bastard!
I know,
How could you?
I'm not the greatest guy in the world, but I tell you something. That guy, he has the. I know he's 16. All right, 17, or 15. I don't
He's
want
15. Yeah,
I don't want to be too hard on him. I mean, I'm an adult, so I shouldn't come in making fun of this dude. But
you shouldn't.
But that fool's teeth is hanging out the whole time. He ain't closed his mouth one time.
And those braces are so desperately trying to keep them in. Poor kid.
Those braces are like trying to hold each other together. Like, hang on, people.
You can see the faces on the braces going, yo!
I mean, braces ain't.
Oh my God.
I mean, he ain't.
Leave him alone, Corey.
His teeth didn't go inside his mouth one time. And on top of that, when he did that impression of Rorschach, his face did not change.
No, I was like, I don't remember Rorschach going, thank you, people, goodbye.
His expression didn't change. I want to do an impression now. And his faces look the same.
Still smiling.
Tonight, somebody died. Yeah, his face.
Somebody died tonight.
Thank you. He's like Jerry Lewis.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is the Nutty Professor, man. Look at the Nutty Professor, and then go look at what. You know why I'm talking about this guy?
Right.
You know why I don't feel so bad?
Well, why?
Because he's going to grow up to be the most handsome, suave guy in the world. If you look at the Nutty Professor, Jerry Lewis started out as Sex Man. Watch a Sex Man video, and then go look at Jerry Lewis in the Nutty Professor in the beginning when he was the professor before he was Buddy Love.
Yeah.
He looked like Sex Man.
Oh yeah, he did.
And he sounded like Sex Man.
He sounded like him too.
If I just carry the capacitor to the left side of the house,
There's a big
the
wiener.
and if I could just put in my Rorschach impression in there real quick, somebody died tonight. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. But that
I liked it because there's a big wiener in there.
That's the funny part that got to me. It was kind of weird how he threw that in. Like, he didn't really make fun of it.
No, he just said there's.
He acted like kind of like he liked
not
it.
for the faint of heart.
It was almost like he liked it. And there's a big blue wiener in there too.
Yeah.
And you know what this dude makes me think. Because everybody, if you haven't seen Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, he's the big blue guy. And he is naked through most of the movie. You see his dick swinging about everywhere. People got mad at me for making that short, as a matter of fact. But that short that we made where Dr. Manhattan's we emphasizing his penis.
I saw it. Lament loved it. Yeah.
Lament was not funny. That's but this dude something about like and there's Blue Wiener in there. Like he liked it.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you know,
I don't know if he liked it. I thought
he sounded
it
like
was
he
just
liked
a matter
it to
of
me.
fact that a big wiener happened to be in there.
The way he sounded like he made it sound like that was a plus.
Hey, don't be making no judgment calls on this
And-
kid. You leave him alone,
And as
Corey.
a bonus, there's a big Blue Wiener. You know, it makes me think. Like, you know what I bet he does in his spare time? I bet he gets like blue Kool-Aid and pours it all over himself.
Oh, my God.
when he's
All
when he's
right,
all
all right.
okay, all right.
no, but this watching that video, watching all these YouTube videos, it almost makes me want to see like all the YouTube guys. Like, you can imagine like the Chocolate Rain guy giving his fucking review. Like, he's like, Watchman Rain. Big blue balls on the screen today. Watchman Rain.
Except it would be like Watchman Reigns, like Reigns.
Yeah.
Watchman Reigns.
Watchman Reigns.
I paid
Love the
$11.50 to
end.
see it today.
Love the end, no complaints today. Watchman Rain. I need to write that into a song. Watchman Rain.
No, don't.
Saw big blue balls on the screen today.
Don't do that. No, that's let him write it, but you don't do that.
Watchman Rain.
Stop it.
Unlike Spider-Man 3, now he is gay. Watchman Rain.
Now that is one movie.
Yeah.
I have to admit. I do not argue with anybody over movies anymore, but
No, we try not to. I try not to.
There is one movie I do not understand with Leon.
Yeah,
And
I'm with you.
Cyrus, I understand. Cyrus is goofy. He like
Yeah,
everything.
Cyrus
Leon,
is
Leon's his whole ideals and his criteria for critiquing movies.
Yeah.
He flip flopped that shit.
No.
Just erased it all to make Spider-Man 3 seem like a good movie.
That is his raised bar as far as, at least to me, how superhero movies should the standard of superhero movies. That's the bar. That's Spider-Man 3 is the bar. And I'm like, the whole time listening to his review, I'm like,
I was like, I told
Spider-Man,
him,
and what about Spider-Man 3?
man, we were out having some beers with some friends, and everybody at this place was telling Leon, they're like, man, Spider-Man 3 is some dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're trying to help you here.
This is intervention.
Exactly. I invited him out so
Spider-Man
we
3
can,
intervention.
so we can all get around and beat the shit out of him like a gang initiation. And I even said, man, Leon, I said, what about that part where Peter Parker's going down the street dancing and shit? And he's like, hey, this is a grown man, mind you. Now I am talking behind his back. I'm doing this kinds of jokes. I know. I should bring him on to defend
We're
himself.
fucking with him.
I
That's
know
all
we're
right.
fucking with him.
That's all.
But there's
Yeah.
a grown man looking at me. He's like, well, you see, I explained that to myself by saying that the suit that he was wearing, the dark suit, gave him talent to dance like he could, so it could.
It gave him gay talent? What?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we said. Like, what? It made him like it gave him bad dancing powers.
He's Wolverine all of a sudden, dancing all over the place?
It got into a part of his brain that he did not know that made him dance and made a better dancer out of him. And I was like, oh, you are grown. All right, hey, we're going to the hour mark here, so we're going to have to stop, and we'll be back.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, man, this arrogant L is screwing me up right now.
You're getting too much of that dragon sperm in you.
It is, man. That dragon
It'll start
sperm
to
is fucking me
confuse your
up.
mind.
It's
I'm fine.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I can tell you that right now. I'm sitting up here, and I was making some calls to some people, and I was like, Jesus, my hands are tingling right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What is that, your second one?
You're not going to have a stroke, are you?
You pass out here on the couch, drool coming out the side of my mouth.
I was like, well, I guess Cyrus will do a good job with the side if he remembers to record this shit.
Well, if I do pass out, can you change me?
What? Hell no. Get your buddy Leon to do that.
Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to stop and give some work to some people.
Yeah.
Keep people busy.
Thanks for interrupting the show, Corey.
I'm drinking this
Speaking
shit.
of the show,
Well, I'm drinking this shit, and this devil is laughing at me on this bottle right here, right now, man.
Corey, everyone's laughing at you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what else
Not
is
in the
it,
good
right?
way.
All right.
Yeah, dude, we need to get the AC checked in this place of ours because it sounds like a goddamn chopper. Jesus Christ, that thing is loud, dude.
That's
do
an
you
air
not
conditioner.
notice?
Well, I cut it off.
No, but it is loud. Like it sounds like a fucking bolt is about to burst off.
Oh, what, the air conditioner, like it's about to explode or something?
ACs should not sound like that, Corey.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean,
check your shit before you wake up.
You act
before you wake up and your eyebrows are gone and you're looking like butt weak with the goddamn smoke all over your face.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Who do I look like?
Buckwheat.
Okay, before you say buckwheat.
Yeah, buckwheat. It's this damn beer. Oh my God.
Remember before when I was drinking that shit? I said,
I guess you're right.
I said, nevertheless, and you made fun of me.
Yeah.
Now, it's getting to you too now.
It is.
You see?
Oh my God.
That devil's fucking with you
my
too.
Slurred speech.
You were an arrogant bastard before, and now look at you.
God damn this oak.
I want to have another one, but this shit is like somebody liquefied some crack and put it. It's like a 40.
Dude, what did you tell me? It only has 7.2% alcohol volume. So
yeah. In other words, it'll fuck you up if you drink too many of these too fast. Yeah. So.
Yes, do the math.
Shit, I'm about to put this shit down.
All right, calm down.
I'm about to start talking crazy now. I'm about to take off my clothes while doing this podcast.
Watch for your high blood pressure, old man.
my cholesterol, my diabetes.
You got your insulin shot to stick right up your ass.
My sickle cell. I got to be careful drinking this. And it'll stir up my sickle cell anemia.
Corey's the only man with breast cancer.
Hey man, speaking of breast, my roommate John, he's been gone for a few days. And
really?
He ain't telling. Yeah, I
have
really
you have you noticed any flies coming out from
I
underneath
checked the room
the door?
to see if he was gone.
Okay,
but that dude always looks like he's about to collapse. Have you seen him? Have you seen when he comes in here?
He looks dead. He looks like a goddamn zombie.
He comes in here, man, and he looks like
where the fuck do you work? Taco Hell? What the hell? Jeez, working your ass.
That fool. Let me tell you what worries me about him. He has to go to work at why am I whispering? Like he's here. He's not here, but he has to. He's not. Dude,
here. He's gonna come out here with a big axe, and then 10 minutes later, he's gonna be throwing your ass one of those wood chippers, just like Fargo. And I'm just gonna be watching
we ain't got no wood chipper, but he'll try to stuff me down the garbage disposal in the sink.
I'm gonna see your leg. Oh, that's Corey. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. Oh well. No, he has to go to work at 8 a.m.
Right.
He'll come in. He doesn't leave. He comes right in. Doesn't take off anywhere.
Yeah.
He falls asleep on his futon in his room while the TV's playing.
Right.
The menu screen on a DVD.
Yeah.
There's been nights I've had to knock on his door and say, "Man, either play that shit or cut it off." Because they had he's like me. He loves the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh shit.
And that the title screen to that shit was playing, and it kept doing it. And it kept doing it all night long. It was
sounded like you were in a David Lynch film.
I was expecting a little midget with clown makeup on me dancing in my living room.
Coming out of a boot.
I had to come out there hey, John, cut that shit off, man. I was like, you dropped me fucking. Oh, okay. But
you got more balls than I do, because goddamn, I'd be terrified to knock on the door, hearing that noise and being afraid of what's gonna come jumping out at me. I don't want it to be him.
But that guy, man, I swear, I think that he is.
He's a male stripper.
He goes off. Okay, I think we
got a Raymond part 2.
We got a slight touch of Raymond going on, just a slight.
Oh no!
Without the annoying part of Raymond.
All right,
it's like a Raymond who pays.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, Raymond was the roommate who didn't pay anything and kept leeching to eat my chicken dinners and making me mad. Tried to be a male stripper.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The only time I ever see the guy is when he comes in to go in his room, and I swear to God, it's like this other part of the room doesn't exist. It's like he has 2 entrances: the front door and his door, and that's it.
He's like a vampire. Like you can only invite a vampire into your home.
Yeah,
it's like I've never invited him into the living room part. He can only step foot through the hallway into his room.
Sometimes all I see is the Nosferatu shadow, go by, and I'm like, oh, it must be Corey's roommate again. I was like, I've never met the guy, and I live here too. But wow, that's crazy.
That's how much he doesn't come out.
Yeah, hey, that's the best kind of roommate, though.
Well, I'm beginning to wonder. Yeah, I haven't seen him for days.
Yeah,
and it's been a couple of work days. But he'll leave now. While we're saying he has to go to work at 8 a.m, it's because he'll come in, fall asleep at 6 p.m.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, And look, seriously, I'm surprised you haven't caught this.
It's time for a bite to eat. Children of the night. Such beautiful music they make, you know?
Well, it's something like that.
Good evening, Corey. Here is the rent money.
That fool, man.
Here is the toilet paper. I promised I'd buy you some.
There's something wrong with the air conditioner.
Air conditioner sounds like a chopper.
But at 2 o'clock in the morning, now this is when all the bars and clubs are done and everything. That fool
The
leaves.
clubs.
Yeah,
Was he dancing to RuPaul out there?
well, it would make more sense because at least he would be going somewhere.
He has a nightlife. Yeah.
But at 2 o'clock in the morning, when everything closes, that fool wakes up and leaves.
he sees all the daylight. Let's just go to my castle.
Good evening.
Corey. Are you and your robot friend doing another podcast? Oh my God! Oh, is this recording? Oh, yeah.
I think
arrogant bastard. Ooked. Oh, such beautiful music you'll make after you drink.
that fool comes out with a cape on.
Yeah. What are you, the Dark Knight?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, he doesn't have a cape on.
No.
But I'm thinking,
He's the Dark Knight. He's jumping off rooftops. I don't know if he.
That motherfucker,
I don't know how far he can get jumping off rooftops.
that dude is the farthest thing from the Dark Knight. That big motherfucker.
He should have been Night Owl. It would have been more faithful.
That fool. I'm thinking. No. Oh man, you killing me here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think I'm drunk or you just killing me here with
sorry.
that. But that fool, he walks out of here, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking he's either going and killing prostitutes.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm sorry. I think he's out there.
No.
I think he's doing something. He's going out in the middle of the night and murdering hookers.
Oh, shit.
That is what's going on in my head. It's like clockwork. Every fucking night at 2 o'clock, that motherfucker, you're right, he rises.
Yeah.
Rise. That motherfucker rises. Because he'll go in that fucking room and pass out on that goddamn futon like a homeless man. He comes in with Taco Bell and shit and passes out with those boxes all around his futon and shit. He looks like somebody who's sleeping in trash. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, that motherfucker rises like goddamn Dracula in a coffin.
Excuse me, Corey. I went out for Taco Bell for a little bite to eat.
I love the tangy taco sauce.
McDonald's are closed. No McRibs tonight. Oh my God.
And then he comes back at 4 in the morning and gets up and goes to work at 8.
Yeah.
It happens every fucking night,
Working-
man.
I guess you need to like. Maybe you should just leave him alone.
I don't know. I'm scared to ask him. I don't want to know the truth.
Right? No, you probably don't. You can't handle the truth, Corey.
I won't be able to handle the truth. Because if he is actually killing hookers, I'm scared I'm gonna be next.
Hey. He's doing it to that. He's doing it to that menu of Dawn of the Dead.
That's his music. That's getting him prepped.
So, baby, what you want to do? I do a foot massage. Oh no!
But I don't know what's going on with him. And you know what else is crazy?
What?
He has seen me eat healthy food, right? He's seen me with carrots, buying this thing called, okay, people gonna laugh at me, but I buy this
Corey's
shit,
a goddamn rabbit.
it's this shit called superfood. It ain't nothing but some green shit. It looks like algae in a bottle.
Yeah. You talk about dragon
sperm. That ain't dragon. That's dragon.
That's what I expect.
Dragon diarrhea right there. Superfood. Superfood. They call the nastiest looking shit in the world. Call it superfood. Because you got to be super to drink that shit.
Yeah, you can't call anything else because nobody's gonna buy that shit.
Exactly. Shit. It looks like it looks like sewage.
So what, does he look at it or what?
Well, he tried to buy it.
Oh,
he sees me getting all kind of healthy shit, so he says, you know, I'm trying to get healthy too, so he'll go out and buy it. Now this is no bullshit here. Mm-hmm. He goes out and he buys celery, carrots. He tried to buy superfood one time, but he said it ain't blue. So, and I'm not trying to make a Watchmen joke either. He said it's too green. So he had to buy. He said I can't drink it. He'd had to buy some shit that looked blue. He really did buy the equivalent of that look. Yeah, he's like I can't drink this because it doesn't look right.
But he'll drink the fucking Drano shit.
Yeah, he'll drink the blue shit, the shit that looks like chemicals.
Yeah,
he'll drink that shit because it
pour
looks like
that shit down your commode. That shit
looks like Kool-Aid.
Unclog your doo-doo browns all.
But that fool, man. Uh-huh. So he'll buy yogurt, buy lettuce and all kind of. And you know what happens?
What?
He buys that shit. And it goes bad.
Oh.
He doesn't touch it. No. I'll clean the refrigerator out. He buys that shit again.
Oh, my God.
He goes and buys that shit again.
He sounds just like a goddamn vampire. I knew it, Corey. I buy regular food to fool the Corey Coleman. He doesn't get suspicious of my late night little fiascos.
My late night, when he said rendezvous
with hookahs, and I call them little bites to eat.
My late night shenanigans.
Late night tomfooleries. All right, that's it. I'm done. I hope he never listens to this podcast because I'm gonna be worried about it. We're gonna end up with a goddamn axe in our head.
No, we ain't. And I said, and I know what you're doing. I even told him, I said, man, you buy this shit just to make yourself feel like you were going on a diet.
You told him that?
Yeah, I said, man, this shit goes bad, man. The celery. Have you ever seen celery when it goes bad? It liquefies. I never seen no shit like that before. I'm like, God damn. I was like, man,
that shit looks like a gremlin after fucking
it looks like
you throw water on it.
Yeah, I'm expecting fucking Stripe to pop out of that shit.
You see like little bubbles and shit.
You know, it's like, God damn it, we got fucking living things, and we got the blob in our fucking refrigerator. You
like Dr. Manhattan. You're creating life in my refrigerator.
Exactly. We got a goddamn ecosystem in our refrigerator. And meanwhile, I get rid of it, and you go out and buy this shit all over again.
I'm trying, Corey. I'm trying
to be human. The nightlife is no longer for me. But that fool, man, and so he said, "Oh no, man." He laughs about it.
Right.
Like, oh, hey, okay.
He doesn't laugh like that.
He does that shit again. It's like, you know what? So you want to be healthy, huh? You want to exercise. You know, I'm gonna get you a pair. I'm gonna get you a picture of some running shoes, so you can look at that shit. So you can think you running whenever you see it.
First your roommate, and then first sex man, and now your roommate. Come on now.
It's true. Shit. Yeah, I'm speaking the truth here. This goddamn fool.
Corey Coleman's all about truth.
I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help him. I'm like, quit turning my fucking refrigerator into a goddamn swamp.
We're always trying to help people with this show.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Do people appreciate it?
No.
This is the myth always around talking shit.
I know, man. I'm trying to help people, and people don't appreciate it. I told this fool not five. I told him about 3 times. I said, man, goddamn refrigerator is a jungle, okay? And I'm trying to give hints. I did everything to say stop buying shit and letting it go rotten.
Whenever I see Tarzan swinging around in there, we got a problem.
Goddamn chimpanzees hanging out my refrigerator. You up here laughing about this shit.
I got fucking monkeys throwing shit in my face every time I open up my fridge door.
I'm trying to I'm trying to pour a bowl of cereal. I got a monkey throwing shit in my face. What the fuck is going on here, man? Got a goddamn portal in this refrigerator.
Oh my god!
But seriously, I'm not making any joke here. I'm really
concerned.
I'm concerned.
Okay.
Damn. Right now, because the way he comes in and passes out, because I've seen him like come in breathing heavy.
Right. Oh.
I think he might be. I'm hoping he's not dead somewhere.
I'm
being serious about
that. That would suck because people would hear this and next week will be. Our good roommate is no longer with us.
No, I'm kind of joking now, but I am concerned.
Don't bring the show down, Corey. You always bring up the Holocaust. people dying all the time.
I know.
What is with you?
The
What is
Holocaust,
with you?
my dead father, the homeless.
No.
And now
Who
this.
are you, Robert Smith of the Cure? What the hell's wrong with you? Calm down. Come on.
I'm just saying. I haven't seen him in a couple of days. I'm expecting
He's fine. He's probably
I
having
hope
sex
so.
with all kinds of women right now.
that he's paying for.
He's probably singing, "I'm just a gigolo, gigolo, and everywhere I go."
Having sex with the hookers before he murders them.
always stop and stare. Gigolo, gigolo, gigolo.
well, I tell you, man, I am concerned about this late night shit that's going on.
Oh my God,
Because I don't know what's happening
You
with
sound
that.
like his dad now. You're starting to sound like your own dad. Oh no.
I'm worried, man. What other dude rises
Hey,
exactly
don't-
at 2 o'clock in the morning, go out and come back in an hour later? you
Dracula.
know? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, don't worry until the rent comes. That's when you got to start worrying. But I don't know. You've already been through that. You've been through that with Raymond.
Exactly.
So I'm sure
I just want my money. I ain't worried about him. Give me my money.
You probably heard our Raymond story. He's probably out there fucking dancing around at some strip club with his underoos, his Superman or Wonder Woman underoos.
I feel bad for whatever strip club that is that he be dancing in. Man, that's one of them fetish strip clubs, you know. Big man.
The hard time strip club.
The chubby chases. That's what the strip club is. Chubbies.
Large in charge.
You like them big, we got them big. Anyway, Big Papas.
There you go. Love when you call me Big Pop.
Got the jelly roll for
Oh
you.
my God.
All right, man. You know what?
Well, that's a lot of action. All right. Well,
You know what I heard?
What'd you
I heard
hear?
something interesting.
right.
And I don't know where
Let's
I'm
hear
gonna
it.
go with this. I'm just gonna touch base with it real quick. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. I just have to mention this. I was watching the head of Google, president of Google, I think. I'm not sure who the guy was. I was watching this show, Charlie Rose. They had some guy from Google on there. And that guy said that our cell phones are, every cell phone today is more technology than what they used to launch, than what NASA used to launch the moon when they did it.
Holy Jesus.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can.
I mean, I can't believe that, but
I mean, have you really looked at what actually goes into making the space shuttle? Apparently, that shit is made out of paper mache.
because that shit blows up every chance it gets.
Yeah, one little section of that, like that paper mache. That's it. Kiss your ass goodbye.
Somebody forgot to put some glue on some part or something.
You will go to infinity and beyond.
That
when
gremlin.
shit is
I ain't trying to talk bad about
No,
anybody that died on the space
I
shuttle,
salute them. That's awesome.
but
yeah,
that does make sense.
yeah,
It's like, why does the space shuttle blow up so much? It's like, because you used a cell phone to
exactly.
fucking launch that shit
I mean,
with.
if you look at that shit, it's like that goddamn thing was made with insulation. That's it.
Like, why is the fucking space shuttle always fucking blowing up,
It's-
man? Like,
yeah,
y'all got a
it's-
personal gremlin that hangs around NASA and like tears that shit up whenever it goes off.
Think about it. It's just like two big bathroom tubes filled with TNT that they fucking just launch
Yeah.
up into space. And
Goddamn, Neil
and all of a
Armstrong.
sudden we're space travelers.
You
Yeah.
mean Neil Armstrong made it to the moon with something I'm listening to music with on a fucking basically an iPod? You know, I mean, hey, that's amazing. But Neil Armstrong probably heard that shit like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. No, I mean, when you think about everything you can do with let's say like your iPhone, in the palm of your hand, you
Yeah.
listen to music, jump on the internet, communicate with people. I mean, you have GPS tracking systems now on there. I mean,
You know,
it is fucking insane.
They said in probably, they don't know when. They said about maybe 15 years.
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe even less, because they say the iPod probably is about 5 years or less, a little bit less than beyond people's predictions. Mm-hmm. They said that in about 15 years, you will have almost all video that's available on the web, almost every bit of information from every library. Just put it this way.
Yeah.
85 years worth of information available to you on a hand device.
Oh yeah. You're not going to need no fucking super huge Jedi temple with all your information about the galaxy. You'll be able to fucking hold it in your hand. That's insane.
They say that this technology is greater than what they sent to take you to the moon. They say that in 15 years, your phone will take you to the moon. You will be able to fly to the moon on your phone.
Now, if only they can invent a phone that will have sex with me. Then now we're talking. That's what's important. I don't give a shit about all the information in the world. I want a phone that will have sex with my ass.
You say, okay, this phone can do everything, but can my phone fuck me?
Yeah,
you
right.
know, that's what I want to know.
Does this dog do doggy style?
Will my phone keep my roommate from leaving 2:00 in the morning looking for hookers to kill because he can do all that on his phone?
Is this phone is supplied with fellatio?
Does this phone give me a happy ending after I make a call?
Exactly.
When I make a booty call at night and my girl won't let me come over, will the phone finish me off?
Exactly.
Where's that technology? I don't want information.
Yeah.
They said if you were to have all this information,
Yeah.
if you were to try to access all this information and you lived to be 85 years old, you still would not finish it.
Oh, you know.
I don't want information I can't finish.
Don't tell me that. That's my worst nightmare. What
Let
do you mean
my phone
What do you
fucking-
mean I can't finish?
Can my phone give me a hand job?
Yeah.
That's technology for your ass there. Every phone should
Well,
come with a
sir,
hand.
you can't put it up your ass. What? No, that's exit only.
But you need somebody to call you after you do that.
No.
Let me demonstrate that. No. Ah! No, man, I was just amazed to hear that. I'm like,
It
man,
is.
you know,
It's crazy.
But you have a point.
Technology.
Look, man, they can make a phone that's
Yeah.
greater than NASA in 85 years. In 15 or maybe less years, we'll have more than a lifetime information at our disposal. Where are the fucking sex robots?
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't look at me.
No, hell no, but
Hey!
other than, not you.
What? Divert your eyes over to
sex-
your Dracula roommate
I'm
over
not
there.
talking about the pervert robots. I'm talking about when are we gonna have the robots that look like women
Yeah.
that will like hang out with me? Like when I'm
Yeah.
when I'm like okay,
Give it some time because all I'll say is they have the real dolls. You've seen
Yeah.
those, right? Those are starting to look more lifelike than anything, which is kind of scary. But wait till you put a fucking chip in those guys and those girls, and oh gee, you better watch out. Those are gonna be the first Terminators right
well,
there.
there was a guy
you
who
better
actually
start
said,
to worry.
Oh no, I'm scared that like rise of the machines, no rise of the cell phones. Cell phones just gonna get that'd be a good science
Cell
fiction
phones
story.
are gonna grow legs and start
Exactly.
little midget
The
bastards.
cell phones all communicate with each other,
well.
and they all turn on people
Well, when that day comes, I'll be laughing.
because you'll be a part of the revolution. Yeah.
It'd be funny seeing old ladies try to stomp those things.
Man, check it out though. They said, okay, check out this scenario
Yeah.
right here. Guy says he wrote a book, Sex with Robots, I think is what it's called. Pretty straightforward. Maybe that's not the book, but he said,
Did you buy that book?
shit, no, I didn't because I didn't have any pictures. But he said, imagine now you're married and you go on a business trip. Now this is the question you come into right here. Let's just say we have sex robots now, lifelike sex robots, do anything you want. You're having an awesome time, but you're married. Now you go on a business trip and you're doing your robot. And you come back home and you tell your wife, you're like, I went on a business trip. I took the sex robot with me, had a great time because you weren't there. I really wasn't having sex with a real woman, just doing it with a robot. You can't really get upset about that now, can you? Not technically cheating.
Wow.
Now that's the question that's brought up. Do you know? It's like,
that's a great question for a woman. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
We can do all this shit, but where are the sex robots?
It sounds good, but oh my God. I mean, what would you think of a buddy of yours who came out, who would tell you something like that? I went on a business trip. My wife couldn't come, but I fucked this robot. What would you think about your friend after him telling you that?
I would say, well, now that you're back home with your wife, can I borrow your robot? That's the way I think.
You'd honestly do that?
Yeah, you
Come on.
You goddamn right. What's wrong with
I
that?
prefer the real thing still. I'm a robot and I don't
ain't
even like
never
having
had
sex.
no real-
Man, you ever tried to fuck a toast over there, Corey? It don't feel good, my friend. It don't feel good. It's not right.
No, but I did it with the vacuum cleaner once. True story.
Oh.
But anyway, so
Anyway, yeah.
but
A little technological information for that's our popular mechanics little
section
segment.
right there.
Yeah.
I was just no, you're right. I mean, I'm looking at all this technology.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
But you know what
well,
the sad
man,
thing about it is? We still got a lot of ignorant motherfuckers out there that will never use that technology, even if they
I
could
would.
afford it.
Look, man,
they will never use that. They can barely pick up a fucking book these days. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm just thinking. Listen, I'm coming home one night on the weekend. Maybe I got enough. Maybe I got some money, and I want to buy myself a sex robot because I just don't want to deal with all the bullshit from people.
You don't want to hear all the jibber jabber.
No, I mean, granted, it could probably be the end of civilization because men will have sex robots instead of having women, and no more babies being born.
No, well,
you really think about that shit?
They'll have me to look forward to then. Good.
Hey, look, and what's wrong with that? Women already have sort of a mechanical device to themselves.
But the thing is, there's certain things I like about women, like when they scream at you, they slap at you, they claw at you, they tell you to pull their hair,
None of which you can do.
That's what I'm all about, Corey. I'm all about interaction, not just put my thing in something and
you ain't got no thing to interact with,
and it moving around like one of those goddamn dance robots. I don't need that.
You watch this. You don't interact with that at all. So you ain't got no way to say that.
You go ahead and you go screw your
watching porn doesn't count.
You go ahead and screw your Robbie robot, whatever.
All right. I just thought I heard that. I thought it was
it's crazy. It's crazy. You never know.
It's amazing. I mean, it scares me in a way. Mm-hmm. It really does.
But you know what the thing is? If you think about it, people are already doing that. Because you know
like
what?
The guy with having sex with cars?
Well, not so much, but we got plenty of people jerking off to the internet for crying out loud. So.
Guilty,
yeah.
But
your
look,
hand's kind of messy there. I think you got hair conditioner.
I mean, I really do think that maybe this is what scares me, and I know we're joking around, but in all seriousness, right. I see this technology moving so fast, man.
Right,
it makes me think. How fast can you move before you get so ahead of yourself before we just destroy ourselves?
with the iPhone?
It starts with hey, look, today the iPhone, tomorrow Armageddon.
Right.
I'm just
saying.
You
got to think about you got to think who's programming all these things. Yeah, you never know. I mean, once AI, really starts to improve, there's no telling what could happen. But
I really am scared.
But
that
the
thing
is, I still think people are too stupid to actually program something like that to actually work right, because people can barely make cars that fucking work for that long. So we'll have to wait and see.
I'm expecting for that maximum overdrive scenario.
For the fucking green cloud to come from space.
I'm expecting just...
Who made who?
Yeah.
Who made you?
Who made who?
Who made you?
Yeah.
Fire!
Fucking AC/DC doing the soundtrack while our
Whenever
phones are turned against us.
Whenever you start hearing the AC/DC soundtrack, you better run.
Yeah. But... yeah, talk about smartphones. I think phones are gonna get too smart one day. Phones gonna come after me with a butcher knife one day. So hey, look, that's our popular mechanic section right there. It was just something that I thought was funny. So anyway,
things on Corey's
before
mind.
we get into email here, you told me something that was funny.
What?
You brought up Chris Brown. Man.
Oh my God, dude! What the fuck is going on with this world?
Now I thought we were through with Chris Brown.
Oh no!
What's happening now? Chris Brown is the R&B / actor star who who hit this other R&B singer, this girl named Rihanna.
Yeah.
And he's a young guy. Rihanna's pretty young too. And
they're a couple. They've been dating for a while. Yeah. But apparently
she did something to him that he made. I'm not going to defend the guy. He hit her for whatever reason. He hit her, which I didn't think is right.
Yeah. Well, here I got the charges. He was throwing charges at him. Let's see here. It says right here. Brown pushed Rihanna's head against the window, punched her with his right hand, and then continued driving while hitting her. The affidavit says he also bit his girlfriend on the ear. He must be a Tyson fan. Let's see here. It also says that, let's see here, warrant was requested. Phones. Apparently, he got pissed off. Let's see here. I'm trying to look for the reason why he got pissed off. But I think Rihanna made a call basically to somebody about the fuck here. Let me look.
Damn,
anyway,
yeah,
you go. Yeah, but anyway,
wait a minute.
The guy punched.
He punched her, bit her. So he repeatedly punched her
because apparently she threatened him about some phone call he made. He made some phone call, thought that, Rihanna thought he was talking to another chick, and she flipped out on him, basically.
Wait a minute. So what? He hit her while driving?
Yeah.
So what was she hitting him?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Okay, it says right here, according to detectives, Brown and Rihanna got into a fight early February 8th after the singer checked her boyfriend's cell phone and found a text message from another woman. Brown pulled his car over and tried to push Rihanna out, but she still was wearing her seatbelt. Then Brown pushed her head against the window, pushed her, and then it goes into...
And then he started hitting her?
He started hitting her, yeah.
Wait a minute. He started pushing her, then he started hitting her, and then he bit her.
Right.
That nigga sound like somebody 28 days later, man. He sound like he's got the rage disease.
Zombie. Yeah.
That sounds crazy to me, man.
It is crazy.
And now she's supposed to be getting back with him.
Well, did you see you saw the photo of her, right?
She looked beat down.
She looked like fucking Tyson beat her up. Yeah, she looked like shit. She looked like she was knocked the fuck out. Yeah,
she had her eyes closed and everything. She looked like her face got ran over.
She looked like Jimmy Walker.
It looked like somebody threw her out in the middle of the street and a fucking truck hit her in the face.
Yeah. So and apparently it says here Brown's blows causing Rihanna's mouth to fill with blood. After she took the gun. Yeah, it's a mess. It was a huge mess, apparently. Yeah.
Can I see this?
Yeah. But basically he had charges thrown against him, but apparently Rihanna's come out and said that she still loves the guy and she still wants to live her storybook romance.
And
she actually said that. She said this is like her fairy tale romance with this fucking guy.
A fairy tale. People don't get to beat the fuck down.
Yeah, I know.
Right,
I know. And after she came out and said this, because
maybe it's some grim ass fairy
while
tale.
While she was in the hospital, her father came out and said, well, when the pictures were released, her father was disgusted about it. I'm sure, obviously, he was pissed off about what had happened. But the thing is, when she was released, she started making comments about how she still loved the guy. And after hearing those comments, I have to admit I lost every bit of respect I had for her as an artist. Just all went fucking down the tubes because I'm like, oh my god, this girl, she obviously has some serious daddy issues going on. Because
is that a daddy? If your daddy beat the shit out of you, but
that's the thing. I don't know anything about the father, but usually with cases like this, it's all textbook psychology when it boils down to it. But I'm like, well, what kind of father figure has this girl had to get to the point where she is right now, where she allows somebody she's in love with beat the shit out of her, and then later on forgive him and think it's okay, and everyone shouldn't make a big deal out of it. There's some issues going on with her. It makes no sense, And people have come out. Donald Trump came out today and said that she gets back to this guy. She is a loser, and she should be a loser, and she doesn't deserve her career if she ends up going back to this guy. And apparently Oprah Winfrey is getting involved in this whole thing. I think I just heard today that Rihanna, I guess, she was talking about not pressing charges against him. Now, I think Oprah talked some sense to her or something, Oprah Winfrey, and I think she is going to testify against him about the whole incident. But he's up on charges. I think he I don't know what's going to happen to him. But the other crazy news I heard is that he's still going to be nominated for the Nickelodeon's Kid Choice Award.
Oh, so he's not hosting. He's going to be nominated.
No, but he's nominated.
What is best?
He's being nominated for the
best woman beater,
best R&B,
R&B,
best R&B beater.
Yeah,
he had a song before all this happened. He had a song that was going to be nominated, and Nickelodeon has made a statement saying that regardless of what has happened, he's still going to be a part of, as far as the nomination is still going to stand.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I don't know. And I don't know what kind of message.
Why would you put that out there for kids?
That's what I'm saying.
If there was the Academy Awards, that motherfucker wouldn't be on there.
But I guarantee you, that stirred so much controversy today that I'm sure Nickelodeon is going to come to their fucking senses. And I think they're talking about removing anything dealing with Chris Brown and Rihanna out of the show. So... Which, it's like, that brings up a lot of issues, and, kids are going to be asking about that. Their parents are going to make comments. The parents know that the kids are watching this, and, somebody's being nominated who is basically is out in public beating up his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah, fine example
and
that is for the kids.
Exactly. And that's the sad fact. So I hope to God fucking Nickelodeon, those dipshits over there, will get their head straight and go, you know what, we shouldn't be a part of it. We shouldn't be allowing an artist being nominated for anything, especially after this. It's horrible what he did. And I don't understand how a huge network can just think that, well, we'll keep his personal life separate and his music separate. I'm like, no. This is.
It's just like they did with
fucked up.
Oh man, I can't remember the director's name.
What did he? Do you remember what he directed?
Yeah, no, he directed Rosemary's Baby. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, the guy who's accused of screwing a. Well, he did. Screw
He's 13.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Statutory rape with a 13-year-old girl.
And he fucking
and
left
he
the
fled
country.
the fucking country.
Yeah.
Now, okay, say what you want to about like he came out with that movie, The Pianist, I think.
Yeah. Pianist,
great movie, man.
Yeah.
Great movie, great director. But you bring your ass back here, you got the law to face up to.
Right.
Ain't no separating what a crime from an artist.
That's
a
true.
lot of people want to like pretend like, oh, this artist is so great that nothing happened. They do this. That's what bugs me about people. People become so, and it's all types.
Right.
You become so impassioned with these with famous people of any kind that they come out and they start defending them.
Right.
It's like, fuck that. They committed a crime.
Yeah. No, and a lot of actors are guilty of that too. A lot of actors are like flying over to be in his film. I mean, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And I guess it is a moral issue, and I don't know. I don't know how desperate you have to be to actually want to be in this guy's movie.
Well, a lot of people
just
say that
knowing
like about
you know.
Woody Allen, man. Woody
Right.
Allen say now the problem with Woody Allen, it's just a weird situation. He
Right.
left Mia Farrow to be with
his
Sung Yi or whatever, to be with his
adopted daughter.
his adopted daughter.
Yeah.
Now, there's no law against that.
Right.
A lot of people speculate like what was happening in that relationship when she was younger and he was there.
Right.
It's weird, but he didn't break the law.
Right.
All right. I don't fully respect his decision.
No,
But
it's creepy.
It's creepy, but he didn't break any laws.
I'm sure he helped raise that kid. I mean, at some
It's
point.
weird. It's fucking
you
weird.
You had
man.
to play daddy to her,
But he didn't break the law.
Yeah, right.
Okay, he didn't hit the girl.
Right.
Now you got this shit with Chris Brown here. First of all, this is what bugs me. Chris Brown I have a feeling he's gonna bounce back from this because people.
I fucking hope to God not. I don't know how a guy like this can bounce back. I mean, for all the shit that Christian Bale got, I don't know how a guy who actually.
Well,
yeah,
if Rihanna's
yeah.
getting back with him and she's on his side and everything,
which is fucking awful because
Yeah.
that says a lot. I mean, that puts out the wrong message to a lot of girls that fucking idolize her. And it makes it seem like it's okay to beat the shit out of your girlfriend or boyfriend regardless of who's getting beat. It makes it seem like it's not a big deal.
The second thing here is that everybody wants to make a big deal now that Rihanna is getting beat down. And everybody wants to come to her defense and everybody wants to champion women getting beat. Women get beat every fucking day.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's a big deal now that Rihanna. You get you get a high profile actress or singer that gets beat down.
Well, the thing is these people are in really big positions that the standard person isn't. And, you know, at the same time,
it gets a lot of attention.
We are focused. Yeah, we're all focused on what they're doing.
And
you know, they're out there to see. So it's hard not to.
But keep in mind when I say
2 cents,
when I say women get beat every day, I'm not saying like don't look at this because people get beat every day. I'm saying what about those people those everyday people who are getting beat down?
Right. Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden it's a big deal when a star gets beat down.
Right.
But every day women are having to flee man because they have no choice. I mean, and they go back to these men because they have nowhere else to go.
Half the problem with that scenario, just like this whole Rihanna thing, is that the girls who are getting the shit beaten out of them are always running back to the guy.
But there's a difference between Rihanna and some woman who has nowhere else to go.
There's a big difference. But a lot of the stories you hear are these girls who just, you know, they get their ass beaten and then they go back and then it doesn't become a big story until they get killed.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Right, okay.
And there's nowhere else for them to turn. There's no help for them. They even get turned away from police. And I'm like, you know, hopefully if anything comes out of this, it would be that people would pay attention to spousal abuse. And because I heard a very disturbing thing. A lot of women who are, and this is why I've always understood why women complain against certain images and whatnot.
Right.
For example, everybody thought I was crazy for complaining about Hustle and Flow. I think it's a very good movie. Mm-hmm. It was well made, but at the same time, I have a problem with the subject matter. Mm-hmm. In the movie, we have Terrence Howard as a pimp. I don't really appreciate the fact that we have to make a movie about a black man as a pimp. Mm-hmm. And there's a part in the movie where he hits, and the actress is Justin Benjamin Button. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Mm-hmm. Forgot her name, something Tamari Henson, something like that. Mm-hmm. There's a point in the movie where Terrence Howard slaps the shit out of her to get her to sing.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, I got a problem with this. Mm-hmm. Women have complained about that. Mm-hmm. And people have said, what are you complaining about? Fuck that. You're just a feminist who's complaining about something.
Right.
That's a serious image, because there was just a study done that said the majority of the biggest cause of death for black women. Now, I have to research this. There was a woman who did this study after this whole Chris Brown thing went down. The majority of deaths of black women and, to a certain extent, Hispanic women comes out of abusive relationships. Not with husbands, but just with boyfriends stuff. Yeah, and that's a serious thing now to take into. And people, you wonder why we're talking about Chris Brown and this whole Rihanna thing. It's not because so much that they're celebrities and whatnot. Yeah, that's a part of it, and it's a high profile thing, but that's a serious problem.
No,
it's just now bringing to light the seriousness of the death of minority women who are in romantic relationships with abusive men.
Yeah,
and it's something in a way. Hopefully, the biggest thing that'll come out of this is not Rihanna making a good decision not to go back with Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. You know that she's rich. She's got a little bit. Well, money.
It's just people realizing that it's an epidemic. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, it's an epidemic, and I tell you what, a friend of mine told me when he was going to high school, and this was like in '94, that for the first time while he was going to high school, they had to have one of those 0-hour classes where they had to talk about a certain issue that was affecting people, at least the school. Mm-hmm. And he said he was shocked because he was a senior. And he had to go to this 0-hour class because there was an epidemic of high school. And I'm talking about freshmen, a lot of the freshmen that were coming in that year, freshman couples were beating the shit out of each other during school, during their lunch break. But it became an epidemic where they had to have a 0-hour class to kind of talk to people as to why these couples are fighting like this, why you shouldn't do that, why you shouldn't do that in public. How they got into a whole thing about self-esteem and respecting yourself. Because he said there was about the whole reason why this happened because there were 3 or 4 freshman couples that got into physical fist fights.
Yeah.
And it became such a problem that the school had to bring light to the subject and actually talk about it because it was a growing problem.
Yeah.
And he was a senior, and he was like, it was scary because it was kind of a look into what the future may hold as far as some of these unstable couples. And you can only imagine that maybe they're so used to that because maybe it's something they saw in their family life. Mm-hmm. They thought maybe that's just normal. It's okay to do that in public. And it was a scary thought to him. And when he told me that, I was like, holy fuck. And I was like, you know what? That does make a lot of sense because God knows, you can go on YouTube and you can see people beating the shit out of girls or whatever. It's not a big deal. It's scary.
Yeah, no, it's a problem. It's when we say spousal abuse or abuse from your significant other or somebody you do have an intimate relationship with, we think about the woman who's being abused by her husband, who leaves the house to go stay with a relative at some safe home. Mm-hmm. But we have a tendency to forget that there are girlfriends who are being killed by boyfriends. And not just girlfriends who are in their 20s. We're talking about teenage girls.
Yeah, kids.
Yeah, kids. And when we get these women who get into the wrong situation and they become killed by these. I mean, it really is a hard situation. Can you imagine going to the police and saying, help me, my husband or my boyfriend is stalking me. Mm-hmm. And they say there's nothing we can do until he does something.
Right.
And that something usually means killing you.
Right.
I mean, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it is. It's scary and it's fucked up. And I mean,
And so that's why when I see something like a movie where a guy hits a woman like Hustle and Flow, you goddamn right I'm gonna take the woman's side when she says because it's fucked up.
Because it makes it seem like it's a normal part of life. And
it does.
It shouldn't be.
It does. And that kind of behavior. I have never found a reason to hit a woman until I've done it one time. And like I said, that was self-defense. It was a girl was hitting me, trying to take the wheel and trying to drive us off the road because she was drunk.
Right.
I didn't even hit her. I slapped her to get her to like get the fuck back and regain her senses before she killed both of us.
I would call that self-defense.
And even then, I was like, I feel shitty for doing that. That's not me.
But it's either you do something about it or you both go.
I have yet to find.
Damn, Corey, who the hell are you dating?
I know, I know. She-Hulk.
Goddamn devil woman.
Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Chun-Li.
No, that's the only time I would say hit a woman. If you fighting Chun-Li from Street Fighter, are you fighting the She-Hulk or some shit?
Make sure it's fair.
You got goddamn Helga from goddamn American Gladiators. Then okay, there are reasons, but how many of us are dating Chun-Li, or She-Hulk, or Helga from? None of us do.
How many of us on Spill are dating?
Exactly. How many
we
dating?
don't have to worry about this.
Exactly. Shit, I have.
But as far as the norms out there,
I have yet to date a woman who could beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that in a way like
You know, any girl I'm with, I'm making sure I can definitely cut her down if I have to.
Exactly.
I'm terrified.
Take her down with one punch. I only have to hit her one time, not several times like Chris Brown
Not that I
did.
would ever do it, but hey, I can get my ass beat too, just like anybody else.
Well, I'm just saying. The point is, all these guys who are hitting women, chances are, it's seldom that you're gonna be with a woman who's beating your ass. Now I have seen on Cops and all this kind of shit. It happens. Some trailer park guy.
Don't say it doesn't happen.
I'm saying you ever seen Cops? You got that skinny dude that like in the trailer
guy
park.
Who's crying.
You got that skinny guy who's in a trailer park and his 300-pound wife comes out and this guy's like, help me.
And beating you. And those guys, you can only feel so bad for those guys because those guys are completely helpless.
They got no choice, man.
You're not. The cops aren't going to go there to help you. They're going to go there to laugh at you. That's about all they can do. They're like, oh.
No, the cops. Yeah, and I feel bad for the guys more than women because the cops would at least try to help a woman. They'll see a guy getting beat down by his fucking trailer park 400-pound wife, and they'll be like, man, get the fuck out of here. No, she's gonna kill me. Man, go on back in the house.
Good luck to you, buddy.
Yeah, whatever. Take care of your business.
Yeah. We'll see you on Cops.
But no, man, that's why we talk about this Chris Brown thing. I mean, we make a lot of jokes here. We talk about all races and women, and a lot of times it seems like we're sexist. But I have in my personal life never seen any reason for any of my friends to hit a woman. Right. And if they did, I don't think I'd be friends with them.
And I don't hang out with anybody that does anything like that. Even if I had the slightest hint that somebody was even doing something like that.
But why you sitting out there gossiping? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Stop.
I tell
Is that what you do? You say, hey, stop that.
You better stop that shit. If you like breathing,
quit it.
You believe in God, you're fixing to meet him. You keep on hitting your girl like
Liam
that.
Neeson all of a sudden.
That's why I'm like, no girl should ever take any kind of shit from anyone, any man, no one. You need to know who you are. Fucking fight for your rights to party and fucking just do your thing and don't let no man, no machine, no monster, no nothing beat you down. All right.
That is why I say
be a tough broad.
Hey, any women who are going through this, that's why I say all women should come to me. Because I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna treat you right.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Corey will treat you right. He has women trying to fucking drive his ass off the road. You know he's gonna treat you right.
I will.
If he hasn't kicked your ass out of the car by then he's all good.
I will never hit a woman. I might throw your clothes out on the porch while you're trying to pick them up. I might kick you in your ass and kick you off my property. But I will never.
Oh boy,
I will never hit a woman. Never.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
No.
Women, they create life. They should be loved. They should be cherished. These women are your mothers. You should have respect for them and leave it at that. Have a good time. When you're with somebody you care about, all you need to do is have a good time with your life because life is short. You have your good times. You think about the good times.
Man, you ain't going nowhere with this.
You think about your little children's running around. They see you beating each other. They're going to be beating each other up. Then they're going to be beating up strangers.
It's a cycle.
Holy Jesus.
A cycle.
And then they're going to try to beat me. And I can't have that. Then I'm going to have to drop the bomb.
A vicious cycle.
Woo! Where is my giant squid when I need it to make these couples come together in peace?
That's what we need. We need to
a fucking giant squid.
You know, we need the next time Chris Brown and Rihanna are fighting, we need to teleport a giant squid into the room.
Right, into the city.
He's gonna say some shit is bigger than this.
And it's gonna be all Hippieville from here on out.
Damn. Oh, you know what?
What?
Tonight, before we move on, I'll have to say this. People, first of all, while you gossiping about Chris Brown and Rihanna, think about the bigger issues. Think about the people who aren't celebrities who are getting beat down.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you think about the bigger issues, the people who are constantly fighting about this whole Watchmen debate.
Oh, yeah, people, please
calm down. Stop killing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned from my mistakes.
Man, before I came here to record with you, speaking of hippies, I passed by this van.
Oh shit!
The
mystery machine.
It was kind of like, except it was silver.
Yeah. Oh.
And there was this guy in there. You could tell he lived in there, and that dude was a straight up hippie, man. I mean, old hippie, like the stereotypical peace man hippie. That motherfucker living in his van, listening to tapes and shit. I'm
listening to Freebird.
Yeah,
and he had his whole goddamn cassette rack of Grateful Dead.
Up on the dashboard, he had a cassette rack,
tie-dye flags.
And I was with a friend. I said, "You think that dude's living there?" Like, hell yeah, he's living there. That van don't move. That van broke down in 1969 right on this spot, ain't gone nowhere. He's been a freak out ever since.
Those hubcaps are older than you.
That motherfucker, he froke out in 1969.
Is that Freedom Rock, man? We'll
turn it up, man.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
I know. What freedom?
Yeah, YouTube that.
Man, there used to be this commercial that kids would listen to, and it would say, it was Sounds of the 60s or something?
Sounds of the 60s, yeah.
And before any of us were ever born. Right. And so they played, the commercial had these two guys dressed up like,
come on, people now.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, come on together now. Yeah. Join your brother.
And they had the most stereotypical hippie.
Man, those hippies, you could tell they went to the costume shop before they shot this commercial and like got a bunch of peace signs.
Never wore a tie-dye in their life because their tie-dyes were like freshly bought.
That shit was just made. They made
it was like glowing in the dark, yeah.
They got markers and put tie-dye on there. That shit wasn't even real tie-dye. Yeah. And they wearing wigs and shit. And,
that guy
what are we talking about, sir? The name of the album was Freedom Rock.
Yeah, Freedom Rock. That's what the name of the album was. And the guy, there were two guys. One of the guy had a plane on his goddamn van, and the other guy was sitting down there like all skinny, hunched over. He's like, "Hey, man, is that Freedom Rock?" And he said, and the other guy was like, "Yeah." Well, turn it up, man.
And the other guy, well, turn it up, man. Kids would quote that shit all the time. Yeah. Is that Freedom Rock?
Yeah.
Hey, man, is that a pencil? Well, turn it up, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, that was like the staple of commercials, as well as I've fallen and I can't get up. Fucking Metal Alert or whatever.
Metal Alert. Man, that's supposed to make you feel sorry for that woman.
And every kid in fucking America laughed their fucking ass off the first time they saw that shit.
That bitch fell down the steps.
I almost pissed myself with coolant when I saw that.
The commercial, for all you kids don't remember, the commercial was this old woman. Mm-hmm. And she was in Metal or some little necklace you can like, press a button on and an ambulance.
Necklace of life.
Yeah, exactly. And a fucking ambulance will teleport to your living room or something. You press that shit.
Some real calm white guy on the other end. We're on our way, man.
We're coming, ma'am. Yeah. No, I'm dying. No, ma'am, be quiet. We can't concentrate when you're yelling at us.
We're coming.
Have a cup of tea, ma'am, and we'll be on our way. I can't get up, you motherfucker.
You notice how calm he was because he figured he's fucking her old ass is gonna fucking die.
That's what he's saying. He's like, I'm just gonna talk to this woman until she dies. I'm gonna talk her to her death. Man, what are you wearing right now?
Speaking of old ladies, remember the "Where's the beef"? Remember that old lady from the Wendy's commercial?
That woman, that was talking about a woman who she was near death.
Yeah.
Because that woman died like 2 years later or something.
Did, yeah.
It was the Wendy's commercial.
Yeah.
It's like, Wendy's had a commercial where they said, these hamburgers, all other places, the hamburgers are so small. Yeah, but at Wendy's, we give you hamburgers that are bigger than your fucking head.
We give you beef.
Yeah, we put a fucking cow, a skinned cow, on 2 pieces of buns.
That's right, some ketchup and a pickle.
Exactly. Shit, we give you a fucking cow head. Shit looks like The Godfather.
Yeah, and it made no sense because This lady was driving a car. They
weren't.
No, the old lady was driving a car, and the steering wheel, or maybe I'm thinking about that movie she was in called Moving Violations.
Man, you
where
thinking
the
of something
steering
else.
wheel was
Man,
bigger than her.
You thinking of something else?
No. It's the same lady though. She was in a movie.
It's the same, but no.
Yeah.
She, in the commercial, she was standing at the counter, and it had this big bun with like a little piece of meat on it. She's like, "Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?"
And they'd be like, "We don't see anything on there." And it was like two other women.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers them, but they're like,
Oh.
"Yeah, there's no beef on here." And she's like, "Where's the beef?" She had like 5 different ways to say, "Where's the beef?"
Everyone, a table full of old ladies. Everyone's eating
Where's the beef?
eating their shitty hamburgers, and she's looking around like they're all crazy, and she's like, "Where's the beef?"
And like I said, she had like 100 different takes. That where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
Oh
Where's
my
the beef?
god! And she always wore that same like nightgown. It's like
Where's the beef?
wherever she went, she was wearing that fucking dirty old looking nightgown.
She got it from that woman who died when she fell and couldn't get up. She stole it from her. She looted that woman.
That poor lady.
I love that commercial. That woman fell because everybody laughed at that shit.
Same.
All kids said, "We don't give a fuck about that old woman."
That was the day old people just didn't matter
Didn't
anymore.
give a fuck about that woman.
Old people became comedy.
All we knew was that old bitch was on the floor and she couldn't get up, and we were laughing our ass off at her.
I think I recorded that commercial and kept on rewinding it.
I mean, if kids had been in the living room with her,
I'm falling and I can't get up.
help me, yeah.
Fuck your thoughts.
Bitch, fuck your thoughts. You can't get her. If kids had been in the living room with her, they would have kicked her. Fuck you.
Oh my god, yeah, they made her look so helpless.
That bitch could not stand.
That is when it's time to take your ass into the nursing home. Put your pride in its wheelchair and get your ass over to the.
After that,
home.
it's like, help! I just took a shit and I can't wipe myself. Shit, we ain't got no help for that shit.
No, sorry.
Don't put me on the other end of the line with that.
Yeah, we'll switch out your heart. We don't do diapers.
Shit, I wish they would. I wish that old woman would have called me.
Damn.
I would have told her ass, I'm falling, I can't get up. Well, you better get comfortable then, because you ain't getting up for a while from where I am.
Good luck, lady.
Good night and good luck.
Somebody get that lady an arrogant bastard ale. She's going to need it. Oh no, here comes your roommate to get some.
I know. Good evening. Oh man.
Oh, what a
Man,
show.
it's crazy, man. This arrogant L got us all fucked
know.
up.
Well,
I can't
all
believe
I-
shit. Did you know what that means? Oh, shit. It caught me off guard. Rock! Yeah! Rock! Oh, shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rock and roll.
I'm doing the Carlton dance right now.
Yeah. That's the jam right there, man.
That is some good shit
that music just says email all
That's
over
right.
it. Did you listen to those?
That is some gourmet music right there.
Did you listen to those lyrics, man?
Well,
Those
rock?
Yeah. That
Rock!
shit.
Yeah.
Rock!
Yeah, I heard it.
That shit just screams email, man. God damn, so that means, well, I guess it's time to do some email.
Let's do our epic long email segment now. Another 5 hours for you good people. Woo! We're having entertainment for the whole week and the weekend. You don't need to worry about Leog this weekend.
Yeah,
You still
exactly.
be listening to us.
Fuck their thoughts.
Yeah, fuck their thoughts. Fuck those comic books.
You know what? I give this show an official new name. We have there's 3 titles to this show. Let's do this. Title 2,
right.
I'm a goat and I eat my own milk.
Yeah.
Number 3, fuck your thoughts.
I'm telling you, man, that preacher boy, he speaks the truth. I done been shown the light.
Oh, people, we are fucked up right now.
Yeah,
Hang
we
on,
are.
man.
This
Want another one?
goddamn devil poison. Yeah, might as well have another one.
Shit, fuck it. We gotta get through this email and shit right now.
Win in Disneyland. Yeah. Do as goofy would do.
Oh man, this is funny.
All right. Oh, I need a. Okay, there's. Keep it talking.
All right. Oh, here. Yeah. Wait. There you go. Look, trying to roll over here and be stealthy, trying to get a bottle opener.
I better roll my roll. All right, what we got?
All right.
Oh wait. I got one. I got one here for
you
you.
do? Go ahead and read
This is from Ki Wong Song.
That's pronounced all wrong, isn't it?
No, it's Ki Wong Song. And the question is co-host 3000 fat?
He's round. Of course he's fat. Yeah, what are you talking about? Have you ever seen him? He's fat,
Yeah,
of
I'm
course.
a fat bastard, and I love it. Hey, I'm trying to work out, all right? Leave me alone.
A lot more to grab on to.
I'm pleasantly plump.
Oh, I got to read this email. Now, I don't know what this start.
He's Korean, by the
Man,
way, so I don't know if he was hungry or what was going on. But
He thinks you're a dog? Is he plump yet?
I Korean.
Tell me, is the co-host plump yet?
Oh, very good. You're a good guy. Good question. Anyway. Yes.
All right, let's see. Okay, this is from Dude. No, I'm sorry. This is from the Grand Marshal, and it says Dude.
Oh, the Grand Marshal.
Okay, now I got to read this. It says, Dear Corey, I'm not a gay stalker, but now you got to read a mail when it says
what? Well, we never thought you were until you
said that. Now we got second thoughts about you.
I don't like to do kids in the butt, but
I don't hit Rihanna, but dear Corey, I'm not a gay stalker, but I do need your personal email to send you special birthday pictures.
Oh,
the fuck is that supposed to mean?
He wants to send you pictures of his blue balls.
Yeah, this Dr. Manhattan talking to me?
I got blue balls, Corey. I need you to see my life.
After that, no. Hell no. I want to send it to you anyway. But
Send him, I'll give you Corey's email address.
I wish you would. I'll disconnect your ass forever. Question for Let's Do This from Christian DB. She says, a bit of nostalgia. We've heard the origins of how you met Cyrus and Leon, but not how you met co-host. It's been said he's been around the longest amongst the Spill crew, and I'm sure others are curious. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, I told you about this. I told you already. How many times I got to tell you?
The origin keeps on changing. I'm confused, Corey. I think you're lying.
And when I was in school, I had an Asian roommate. Now I can't remember if he was Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah, and it sure as hell wasn't high.
Korean. Yeah, it wasn't high at the time. Guy went on to MIT, technological genius. Genius, I can't even say it.
I call him a technological terror.
Technological genius, but he built the machine that could think on his own. The thing thought on his own the wrong way. Just kept saying smart ass things. Smart ass bullshit.
Right, that's me.
And the thing was built in a shoebox first.
What?
That's right. You know, I'll tell you what happened.
I didn't even know that. What do you mean
I don't know what happened to your memory banks, but you built in the shoebox. It was like you had the circuitry in the shoebox, and you were shit talking shoebox.
Oh.
And then he just said, you know what, Corey, I can't take this shit anymore. This thing just talks too much shit. I'm gonna start over from scratch to build some intelligent life.
And then he just abandoned my ass.
And then he said, you take this.
All I know about my father is he left me. He left me, that son of a bitch.
Well, you have another family now, my son.
Oh, shit.
And then we took you to Mexico to get you out of that shoebox to get you built into some real shit.
Put some real parts in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God. You got duct. Now, I was wondering where all this duct tape came from inside my joints.
Exactly. We got you the Tijuana special.
Well, here's a true story we just made up.
True story. Exactly what happened. And she look at this. She's gonna sit up here and say,
"Uh-oh.
P.S. Don't give me that you built him bullshit." Well, I don't know what else you want. You know, that's it. That's what happened. That's the story.
I'm still trying to find out.
With comments how he's always rolling around, he has nothing to do. I have a theory that the co-host is a paraplegic that you keep in a closet until you need him. The only reason why he doesn't cry for help is because you feed him cold bacon and kitty litter, and that's all he knows. Prove me wrong, Corey. I just proved you wrong. I told you the story.
Fuck your thoughts.
Fuck you.
I know. How dare you insult me?
I don't care what you think about this story. Fuck your thoughts.
Right. Calling me a paraplegic. How dare you, ma'am?
Technically, you don't have legs. So.
What? Huh?
That arrogant bastard. How dare she talk about you? Then we need to make a beer called Arrogant Bitch.
Oh,
that's what she is. All right.
Good question.
All right, let's see. Uh-oh.
Oh, what's going on? What's the next question?
Nothing. I just
Dear, let's do this.
Ghost Rider.
What do you think of fat goyles? I like them.
I love them. They'll do anything you want them to do.
That's right.
Ain't nothing. Hey, look, people, ain't nothing wrong with a big woman.
And I'll never go hungry.
She'll cook for you, and she'll do anything. Hey, let me tell you something. Big women give love like nobody else can.
Yeah.
Big woman will do things for you that a little woman who is too proud to do.
That's right.
Too scared to do.
She don't got the guts.
Get it
Literally.
One time, hey, look, you want an idea one time?
What? No, I don't want to. No. Let's not get into that just yet. That will be for our other podcast.
I put some bacon on the end of a piece of fishing string, and I still No. All right, I'll tell you what. We're coming up to another break here.
Holy Jesus!
Yeah, you didn't know time passes, doesn't it?
I know, man.
Okay, so we got to stop right now.
All right,
we'll come back right after this.
Our shit explodes.
All right, man. Hey.
Woo! Oh boy,
man, what was that? Big women. Man.
No.
Big women dance too,
God.
boy. I'm telling you.
Kids, for the love of all that's unholy, don't drink, and definitely don't drink. Arrogant bastard ale.
We started drinking this before, or at least I did before we even started. I'm just like, whoa, kids. And kids, let me tell you something. I do want to tell these kids a little something out here. I'll tell this story later on. Mm-hmm. I'm not the drinker and the pothead that you think I am. I'm not, and I'm not a pothead whatsoever. I think
a pothead at least.
No, you'd be the least. No, I've had some people come in thinking I'm some kind of pothead slacker. I did not drink anything. I did not do anything until I got out of high school, and even then, it took me a little while in college to get started doing stuff. Mm-hmm. I encourage kids not to do anything but focus on what they want to do.
That's right, and worry about all that other crazy shit in college.
Get all that. But you know what? I especially encourage women to not smoke. Women especially, because if you smoke,
I encourage women to not smoke. Well, at least don't smoke cigarettes, and please, for the love of Christ, don't become a heavy drinker, because unfortunately for women, I don't know if it's a certain gene that they have in their body, but that shit, I've seen some girls that I knew in high school that, back when I used to go and scope out the high schools when I was crazy like that. I swear, over the years, certain girls become heavy drinkers and they start smoking, and oh my God,
they wake up one morning and
they wake up one morning they end up looking like Yoda.
Exactly. No, they
Jesus.
do.
Yeah.
Like you go to bed with them at night and they're like. Mm-hmm. Like seriously, you pick up some girl at the club.
Hey, baby,
and they're like, "Hey,
you ready for some sex?
Yeah, where's the party at? Let's go party." And then the next morning, wake up. Hey, where's my clothes?
Next morning, such good sex we had.
My cigarettes. Have you seen?
How you get so big eating food of this
smoke?
type?
I need smoke break. I must take.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck happened to you?
More beer,
bitch. Where did your hair grow? I mean, yeah. Where did your hair go? What happens is you wake up with some young fine thing. I mean, no. I'm sorry. You don't wake. No, you go to bed at night with some girl who looks young and fine and she's great and everything. Next morning you wake up with, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Exactly.
I've fallen and I can't get up. Fallen I have. Can I get up?
It's Yoda. He fell out of Luke Skywalker's backpack.
Help me.
Oh no!
My necklace. I forgot.
Kids, don't drink. We are in a controlled environment. We are not going anywhere tonight. After this, I'm gonna shut down. Corey's gonna go. I don't know what the hell.
I'm gonna
go
pee. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta pee like a mother.
He's gonna fall asleep and
throw his head out.
He's gonna pass out in the toilet again.
But
we'll be fine.
Mason Daniel.
All right, what's up with him?
He has a real question.
As opposed to his fake one?
Exactly. It's apparent that sometimes movie genres and subgenres can become stale, but rarely does one die. However, in today's movie world, it looks like many subgenres and few general genres are dying off. With that said, what genres and subgenres do you consider are dying or already dead? Or do you believe a genre can truly die?
I used to,
okay, look, nothing okay.
Nothing dies.
I would say that blaxploitation is dead. However, it has come back in the form of parody.
I guess, yeah, and parody. For example, the movie you saw recently,
Black Dynamite, but that is not real blaxploitation.
Right.
I mean,
no, it was
that
parodied
was
to be. Yeah, it was.
That was a movie that was made in its particular era that never going to be repeated.
Right.
And so you're never going to see movies, at least authentic films like Coffee, Foxy Brown, The Mac, Superfly, Dolomite. You're never going to see any of those movies made ever again. At least not like they. You're going to see movies made on the budget of those, but you're never going to see them with the social issues, the social meanings, anything like
film
that.
noirs. I mean, you can't.
Film noir is not dead. I mean, they keep,
you know what?
They keep updating it.
The thing is, they try to update it. And usually, whenever you hear a director go, this is in the spirit of film noir, usually those films end up being almost like a parody onto themselves. Only because they're trying to do something that existed that at the time, I think film noirs at the time didn't know that they were film noirs. That they were being created because of a certain style or whatever, but they weren't self-aware. Like, that's the problem. I think that's kind of the issue with a lot of films that I think if you're self-aware of what you're doing, it's not genuine,
No, that
you're
is
trying,
true.
You're trying to emulate something that's been done before.
I guess maybe film noir is something in its authentic form. Again, as you say, it's not going to be repeated because the hard-boiled detective or the hard-boiled gangster guy, the guy who's searching for his killer, murder, whatever, you're not going to get it like it was. I mean, they were black and white. They were made black and white because we didn't have color. Those guys had an iconography of that period, the fedora, the suit,
exactly,
the smoking, and I mean, it's like, we're not going to repeat that.
Right.
I think in every age there is a certain style of movie that you're not going to see repeated like it was, like the musical. You're not going to see the musical come back like it used to be.
No, it can't. I mean, because times are different. After a while, as soon as they start spoofing certain genres, I think once you start seeing spoofs of certain genres, that's a good indication that it's about to die out. Because you can't ever see that genre again without kind of laughing at it because it's
or bringing too much attention to it.
Right,
You're
exactly.
Yeah. The Western is not dead. But it's
for a
little
little while it was dead. But I mean,
it wasn't dead.
It wasn't so much dead. It was nobody was making them.
The Western is something that people want to say. Like you'll ask somebody who is ignorant of film, and I'm not saying ignorant in a way that they're dumb or anything like that. But people just. They'll say that they don't like Westerns. Right. So therefore they assume that the Western is dead. Westerns always come back. Right. They're just not as many Westerns as we see. I mean,
nothing memorable. And I'll take back what I said. Yeah, no, there are Westerns being made, but a lot of them just.
But think about
the majority of them that were coming out like around the 90s or so were bad. I mean, I think it was thanks to.
You're talking about Young Guns and stuff like that.
There's on the lines of that,
but I'm thinking back.
But there was one. Remember that one with Colin Farrell? I mean, there's a few of them out there. But it takes a movie like 3:10 to Yuma, or the assassination of Jesse
James, or Unforgiven.
Yeah, to sort of bring them back. But at least the good Westerns.
Well, what I'm saying is we'll have maybe once in a while one film,
right?
But I don't know. I mean, if you look at back in the 60s and 50s and beyond, I mean, especially the 60s, we had Westerns all over television.
Oh, yeah.
50s, we had Westerns all over television, as well as in the theaters. I mean, Westerns
there were tons of spaghetti Westerns. That, majority of them weren't that great.
Westerns are still iconic of film, but back then they were a staple of film.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't around at that time, so I don't know. But Westerns, you had a Western coming out. Every other week or something?
Chopsaki films, I mean, for crying out loud, the films we bring over and dub badly, I mean, those are pretty much.
Well, it all comes down to what has the most versatility. I mean, romance, romantic or comedies, horror films, action films. Those are more versatile than something like a Western. Right. I mean, a Western's stuck in a certain period. You can't do anything with it. Right. The as you say, the film noir. It's not a whole lot of range there.
Right.
And as I said, blaxploitation, that is purely a product of its time. You can't do anything outside of that unless you want to parody the genre.
It's either parody or spoof.
So we have genres that, and I guess that's what you can say. Which genres will last? The ones that can adapt themselves to anything. A Western can be an action film. A samurai film can be an action film. A science fiction film can be an action film. Right. So you have things that can just transfer from one thing to another. It's the flexibility of a genre that makes it last. Let's go to...
You are correct, sir.
Thank you. That was a good question. And that was a real question.
That was an excellent question, yeah.
Let's see. We have Brendan B. Hey, Corey, and the beautiful co-host 3000.
Oh,
Brendan thinks you're
thank
beautiful.
you. Oh,
Your complexion is so nice.
oh, pure
Your
beauty.
sheen.
Pure beauty I am.
All right, he says, who's one of your favorite actors or actresses who has never hit it to the A-list stardom? Someone that you love their performances, but they've never become a household name. Thanks for the weekly entertainment. There's a lot of people that I like that.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough because it's so many come to your mind, and some I don't even know. There's a guy who's really good, and I think his name is David Paymer. Mm-hmm. He's usually comedic, but I've seen him in a couple of dramatic roles.
Yeah.
And that guy is somebody that you will see. I mean, we're falling into the realm of character actors now. Is what you want to say. I mean,
that's true.
These are guys that you're going to see, and you're never going to know their names. Really.
Who's the guy who is? I want to say Michael something. He was in To Live and Die in L.A.
Now he's on those
now
cop
he's on
shows.
CSI.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Don't know his name, but you don't know his name.
I
mean, you're asking us
that
this question.
guy,
We don't know their names.
That guy, he was in the last great movie I saw him in was Fear with Donnie Wahlberg.
Really?
Where he played the crazy because he was the dad. Like you knew, Donnie Wahlberg. He may think he's a tough ass, but
this guy,
he hasn't met the guy who fucking tracked down the fucking. Who was in Manhunter. He hadn't met that guy. And you were just waiting for that guy to beat the fuck out of Donnie. Donnie Wahlberg was like the Chris Brown in that movie. And you were just waiting for somebody to beat the shit out of him. And, oh, my, this guy fucking did it. It's killing me, man, to not know his name. But, yeah.
Well, man, hey, look.
But, yeah, he hasn't been a big star for me to even
There's a lot of people.
Name, yeah.
There's some people that I see who play terrorists a lot that I like, and I see them in a lot of other roles. There's a guy, and I'm going to bring Training Day up again. But this guy was in The Well Rider, and he's a really good actor. Mm-hmm. And then in Well Rider, he played the father of the daughter. In Training Day, he's I don't know. He plays so many different roles. He can play Arabic, Iranian. He can play Australian. He can play. He can play Hispanic, and that's what he did in Training Day. He played this Hispanic guy named Smiley. He was in Well Rider. He was in that movie called what was the movie called? It was a Deep Sea or Deep Blue or something like where it was a tentacled monster eating people in a ship, and he played one of the mercenaries in that. And
I want to say maybe it was Deep Six.
No, it wasn't Deep Six.
Okay, but there's two movies like that. There was a movie called Leviathan.
It wasn't Leviathan.
Okay,
and maybe Deep Six was it?
It was Deep.
They
something,
thought it was a bunch. It was a kind of a cool movie. They thought it was a bunch of creatures attacking the ship,
right?
And it turned out that it was just the tongue, or the tendrils of one creature,
right? Yeah. It's called Deep something.
Deep something. Yeah, and I can't remember.
Fuck.
But that guy played like he had a British accent. He played a mercenary in that. He's played a lot of. Like Aborigines, I believe he was in that movie. So he's played a lot of different roles, man. And he's one of my favorite actors because he's so flexible because he can be nondescript, but he's not a major star. No. The last thing I saw him in was Push, and I was like, too bad this isn't a better movie because I really like that guy.
Yeah,
and I can't remember his name.
There are a lot of actors out there that they just can't get that. You see them in one performance, and they really stand out, and you never really get to see them in another. Performance like that.
Richard Jenkins is a guy that I recently saw. I've always liked that guy. I said he's good. And then I saw that movie, The Visitor. And in that movie, he was terrific. Oh, yeah. And I said, I hope you get nominated. Because I interviewed him. I said, I hope you get nominated for Best Actor. And I don't know if he got nominated for Best Actor or Best Supporting, but he did get nominated for something. Now, he didn't win. But he's a guy. Everybody knows him as the dad on 6 Feet Under, right? The dead dad.
Oh yeah,
that guy that I saw in this.
He's
comedy,
awesome. That 6 Feet Under,
Richard Jenkins, but nobody remembers his name.
That guy in 6 Feet Under, he's when he played that dad, he's like the dad you always wish you had.
Really? Yeah. See, I haven't kept up with 6 Feet Under. Yeah,
I love that. I love that series. Terrence Stamp. There's a guy who I wish would. I know he's old right now. He's Zod to all the Superman 2 fans out there, if you don't know already. But he played Zod in Superman 2. But
General Zod.
His
and your heirs.
Yeah. Oh my god, silence! Yeah, I could quote that whole goddamn movie all day. But yeah, dude, the Limey he was in.
I remember the Limey. Yeah.
Oh damn, I honestly wish that he had more. Yeah, he had more roles like that. At least where he's playing a badass because he's great at it. I mean, he's been in some movies. The last film I remember him being in. Shit. What? Oh fuck! Now I can't even remember now. No, he was in the Tom Cruise film about the Nazis who were trying to take down.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Valiant.
Valkyrie.
No, Valkyrie.
He was in
Valiant
Valkyrie.
was about the
Valkyrie.
pigeons. Valkyrie.
No,
yeah,
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, he was in Valkyrie. He was.
Now, Terrence Stamp is a
He's
great
a great actor. Yeah,
he was recently in Yes Man also with Jim Carrey.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was the one
okay.
that he taught Jim Carrey to say yes.
Oh, God.
He was he was
Yeah.
he was the leader of this seminar
Yeah.
about saying yes to life.
And it's roles like that just don't make him.
Man, he got to
household
work.
name.
He
has to work.
These actors have got to work.
He's such a badass. Though I wish he'd like be in just greater films.
We've been naming men, but you know who's funny? I had an interview.
Oh, we were talking about women too.
Oh,
yeah.
but there were women. This woman, she was kind of cold. I interviewed her too. I didn't even play the interview because it was such a bad environment for this interview.
Yeah.
But I've always liked her as an actress. She played. Now I can't remember her name, but she has a short blonde hair. Mm-hmm. She looks to be in her 40s, maybe early 50s, and she was the boss in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh,
and
yeah,
she was
yeah,
the counselor in Role Models.
Yeah.
She is funny as hell.
She's awesome. Yeah.
She's in all those.
What was wrong with the interview? Was it awkward or what?
Okay, they put you. If I can just get off track.
Right.
Okay, for Role Models,
Right.
I interviewed her, the director, and Scott Stifler.
Yeah, okay,
Sean
the
William
guy
Scott.
who played Stu. Yeah, okay.
Sean William Scott. So
Yeah.
now I got all of them in a room. I'm given like a very limited amount of time to interview all three of these people in the same room.
Yeah.
And it's one of those interviews where it's geared just to have you talk about the film.
Right.
And I hate that. I'm beginning to hate that more and more, where you can't get real with a person.
Right.
You got to sit there and
like,
do promotion for them.
You got like 10 seconds. Hurry up. Yeah.
And it wasn't. And so they're sitting there. First of all, they're kind of joking around with each other, and then I try to make some funny jokes. And really, she's looking like I wish I was anywhere else but here, and she's looking at me like this guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I even remember my nephew was in a movie with Sean William Scott, and the conversation just got awkward. I didn't mean it to. He said, I said my nephew Vincent was in a movie with you, and he says, oh really? Well, and what's his name? I tell him the name. He's like, oh, I remember him. Yeah, so what? He's in high school or something, right? I mean, and I was like, no, it's like, I said, he's in college, and he's like, oh, he looks young, man. And I guess I said the wrong thing, and I said, yeah, well, he has a brain. And so I'm being serious here. I'm not making a joke. I said he has a brain tumor, and that just makes him look kind of young. So I wasn't trying to make him feel bad or anything.
Right.
But he's like, he looked like shit. I'm asking the wrong questions. I don't know what to say. And she was over.
Yeah.
I caught her. I caught her rolling her eyes like I was saying something like I was lying.
Oh, no
like I was making
shit.
this up.
Oh, really?
And I looked at her and I was like, that's kind of you've been a kind of bitchy through this whole interview. I didn't like it. You didn't like it. Okay, that's fine. We understand.
For some
that.
reason, I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah, but you didn't give me any really good answers because I tried to be nice with her.
Right.
I was like, so you consider yourself sounding like, do you mind being called a character actor? Because I think you're great.
Right.
And she's like, no, it's fine.
It's tough, man. In that limited amount of time, it's hard to look like, hey, I'm just a normal guy. They I'm sure they saw so many interviewers that day. It's all the same person to them.
Yeah,
it's just hard to mingle because they don't want to be there to begin with. You can't blame them. They're doing the same fucking stupid press. They're answering the same fucking questions.
And you're right.
You're trying in there. You're going in there trying to be a little different. And it's like, well, I'm just ready to finish this whole fucking thing.
You're right. And normally those things are okay. They're fine. You can get through them. 5 minutes is not great, but it's good enough to say, all right, I had a little chit chat with this guy. Maybe I had one or two things that were real there. But to try to fit 5 minutes of an interview with three people
Yeah,
who
it's
pretty
crazy.
much just amusing themselves after a while. They don't really give a shit. I mean, I think I was the last one they were interviewing. They just kind of like, fuck it. We don't.
You should have said, like, I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. Let's talk about this movie and let's fucking get on with our day.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right?
sucking your dicks, whatever. This movie's great. All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. Why are you good? Why should I care?
You know what? I'm not gonna be personal though. I mean,
No,
I think
you
she's
can't be. No.
I mean, like you say, who knows what was going on with them?
Yeah, you have
that
an idea.
But that woman, whoever she is, I forget her name, and maybe that's why she's pissed. 'Cause I can't remember her name. But she is a great character actor. And,
Oh, she is.
and
She's
funny,
awesome. Yeah,
whatever she's in.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, I've never been disappointed by her.
So anyway, we have Polska Beats.
Uh-oh.
Polska
What is he?
Beats.
Is he German?
She's
Polska
German. I don't
Beats.
know. Shit, they got a picture of a kitten up here. So I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a kitten with a machine gun. So
Oh, he is German, or she is German.
it's a kitten with a with a pistol pointing at a duck's head,
Only in Germany. No.
at a duckling's head.
Nothing against Germans.
Okay, it says, well, okay. Oh, let me. Another one of those things where they start out with something that's not a question, and I got to skip through it to get to the meat of the email.
You are cool.
It
I
says-
like you.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I like the Tin Man.
They want to know, is it a waste of money / time to go to film school for directing? Since I've heard that a film internship provides almost the same experience as film school, but it's free. So basically, in your opinion, is film school worth it? Or should someone wanting to be a director just land a film internship instead?
Yeesh. That is a hard question because I have a brutally
Honest answer.
honest reaction to something like that,
What is that?
which is either you have talent or you don't. Film school ain't gonna make you a talent as far as being a memorable or inspirational director. You either have it or you don't. But it is good to go to a film school because at least you know the basics. You can, and you can be a director, but more than likely you'll probably be directing Emmanuel Part 27, and it'll be shown on Cinemax. And yeah, you made it. You're making money. It's a gig, but as far as it's tough, man. That whole gig, trying to be a director, trying to make a movie that people will give a shit about, trying to make a movie where people will have a civil war and debate it. I mean, it's a tough gig, but I mean, if you know the basics, sure, anybody can make a film. I get pissed off at a lot of my friends that I've been trying to make films. I'm like, I just saw some shitty ass skin flick film on Cinemax, and yet you can barely make a goddamn 5-minute short. I mean, that's the biggest piece of shit I've seen. There's a lot of huge pieces of shit I've seen on the big screen, but you can't make a half decent piece of shit.
Well, you know what? It's not. No,
It's
look,
tough.
it's not easy. I mean,
No, it is
now.
tough.
Granted, it's easier to showcase your talents
Right.
more than it was years ago. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I was saying this about animation a while back. If you let's say, anytime before the 90s, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about late 90s, anytime before that, if you made animation, if you just were able to produce something, you were cool because animation was so hard to shoot on film.
Right.
If you shot, I mean, I won't even go into the process, but after video came out and Flash and computers and instant animation, I mean, it became more competitive.
Yeah.
Same way with film. Back in the day, to make a film was hard, but today now we have video. We have video.
YouTube.
We have video editing programs on the computer to
Yeah.
put that stuff together with, and you don't have to splice film anymore, and you can put it up on YouTube. So you have an opportunity to showcase your talents more than you ever have before.
Oh, yeah.
So there's really no excuse for you not to go out and do something. That being said, that doesn't mean that you have talent, though. You're not bad for what you're saying. School is not going to teach you talent. Even going to an internship is not going to teach you talent. What's going to teach you talent? I'm not one of those people who says you're born with it. I think that if anybody who has the drive and the willingness to stick to something that's hard to achieve a certain level in, you can get by. I mean,
I think everyone has at least one good film in them. It's just trying to figure out how long it's going to take to get it out of you.
Well, some things,
Just
yeah.
to be honest with yourself and just fucking shoot something that you honestly give a shit about and you care about
Yeah.
and you're passionate about. And it's hard, and it's just like winning the lottery. I mean, anything. Like,
and it's not just when you say winning the lottery, it's not just being picked.
No,
there's a whole lot of factors. It might be like, hey, look, you made something, you didn't get noticed, and all of a sudden you give up. It may take you several times to hone in on your talents. It might be
there's a lot of big directors who made a lot of shitty films that nobody saw. But it's that one film that. But the thing is, I guess it's constant persistence. It's you have to.
That's what it is.
Fucking guns.
The people who succeed are the ones who say, I don't know what else to do. I'm not happy unless I'm doing this.
Exactly.
Because when it gets hard and people tell you that you suck, or you just shot something that kept you up all night editing, or you just have the passion and the drive for something that will make you stick to it, then those are the people that they become good at it. The person who wakes up one day and says, so I think I want to make a film, but they kind of do it in a lackluster way. Like, I think I want to know what it's like to make a film. Because I've had a lot of friends who say, I got ideas for a film, but they're not willing to put in the work for it.
Well, there's a lot of people who also want like bragging rights to even, I got the script, whatever, and okay, well, you got a script, but when am I going to see something?
Well, no, I know people like that too.
There's a lot of people with a lot of scripts, but the majority of the time, you never see anything out of them. That really nothing comes in fruition because they're too busy talking about the script instead of trying to get it financed, trying to get it done. Taking the hardest steps as far as making that thing possible.
Yeah, well, no, we're beating. We're really beating an issue that we've answered several times. I mean, no, I'm just saying that
we've been through.
We've been through. I've known people. There are doers and there are talkers. It pretty much comes down to that. If you want to do it, you'll do it. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to, and you will know when you wake up one day and realize I can't do this anymore, or you become frustrated or whatever. I've known some people who just wanted that title of filmmaker,
right? Yeah,
and they applied it to themselves, and I said, well. I'm the one that personally feels like you're not a filmmaker until you've demonstrated to me that that you can do this consistently over a long period of time.
Yeah, and that goes with anything. That goes for people who paint, who automatically call themselves artists. I mean, you can paint, but there's a lot of kids in elementary school that are painting right now. I don't know if I'd call all of them artists, but you just got to keep to it. If you got the passion for it, it's going to show. And through time, it'll be known if you're dedicated to your work or not. And if you're a doer or you're just somebody who likes to talk about it. Stick to your guns. If you really care, I don't even have to tell you this because the people who do care, they keep doing it regardless of what anyone says.
That's what I want to say. Yeah. Look, the straightforward answer here, Coast and I kind of bullshit, but the straightforward answer here is, listen, if you go to school. Any kind of schooling will help sometimes.
Right.
I would say go to college that has a film program. That way you're getting not only are you expanding your horizons by going to certain classes and learning different things other than film, but you are absorbing the college culture.
Everyone needs to know the basics. Yeah, and you can have people, you can run into people who will, influence you.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with sharing ideas as long as you're not a prick. And you don't think you're better than everyone, soak in what you can about the people around you, your life.
Well, be
honest with yourself.
There's an education outside of classes in college.
Right. It's life education.
Yeah, you get depending on where you go. I mean, if you're going to some fucking community college in Podunk, USA, and then maybe your horizons are not that large as it would be in a larger city, but if you go to college, if you go to major college, where there's a lot of diversity. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to run into things that you didn't meet when you were in high school and before. And you're going to get an education of different people who plant different ideas and a way that makes you smarter. I would say if you're going to go to school, if you're going to go to film school, go to a good film school that is at a major university so you can soak in everything, so you can get an education outside of film.
Always have an open mind about it.
Exactly. And take the film course because you know something, it's just like co-host is saying right here to you. No matter, you can go to the best film school in the world. If you don't have the talent for it, I mean,
there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee.
If you don't have the talent for it, there's no guarantee you're going to succeed.
Right.
And there's some people with no talent who succeed, but you know what? They got by knowing somebody.
Right.
If you don't know anybody, you weren't born into it, you don't have any connections, you're really going to have some drive.
Right.
So go to school. I recommend you go to school. If you don't plan on going to school, you better be prepared to work your ass off and be very passionate about what you do.
Yeah, be the best salesman you can be.
Yeah, and there's some people who they have it. They were born to have it because I won't say they were born to have it, but they became interested in what they did and they ran with it. That is what they wanted to do.
Right. Yeah.
So let's see. Look at it. Somebody, I guess we've done this before because they say they start out with, I'm serious here. I'm not lying. This is from Patrick, and he says, "Good evening."
Another goddamn Nosferatu.
Exactly. A Blackula. Good evening. Is there an instance where a character you really liked saved or almost saved an otherwise shitty movie?
Oh,
yes, there is, but I can't remember right now.
Shit, that's tough. Oh my God, I don't know about saved, but at least kept me interested. I'll have to say Johnny Depp and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I thought he was young. Watching
Did it
that
save
movie,
the movie for you, though?
I was like, wow. Robert just kind of said "fuck off" to his mariachi character, his star, and kind of gave all the kudos to Johnny Depp.
He had a major actor in that shit. That's why.
And he was the most interesting character.
He was.
I was like, wow, how come this guy doesn't have his own fucking spinoff?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's fucking.
That movie should have been about him.
The blind swordsman fucking kicking ass at the end. Yeah, I mean, shit. He was Johnny Depp was incredible in that film, and that will usually if that film is on, that will be the only thing that holds my interest.
I'm going to say Rorschach and Watchmen. No, I'm kidding.
What? You motherfucker! That's the last time I tell you. You bitch! You motherfucker! I kill you!
Nah, man, I can't think of anything now. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks say that shit for Garfield.
What? I'll say the teddy bear in AI. I love that little bastard. Don't ask me why. That's the only reason why I'll sit through that movie, only to watch the scenes with the teddy bear.
Man, I think any movie where you have it could be a shitty movie, but if they have a robot or some cartoon-like character,
I can't help the scene where you see that fucking kid eating the spinach or whatever, and the robot comes over and tells him, "You will break." That scene just did it for me, man.
Because I'm thinking about a shitty movie, Last Action Hero, which wasn't terrible, but you know what? There was one scene where they had a cartoon cat, and I was like, I want to see more of that cartoon cat. I don't want to see this other shit right here. I want to see that animated cat.
I can see Arnold in that movie. That's about it. Everything else was a piece of shit, but Arnold, golly, what's another one?
There's a lot of them, but I love Jackie Brown, but I've come to know now that I like Jackie Brown because of Samuel Jackson in that movie. Whenever he's not around, I do become kind of bored. I want to fast forward, but it's I still love the movie. I mean, but really, I have to admit he's the one that makes that movie for me.
Right? No, you're right. You're right about that.
I can't really say it's a shitty movie, but I have to say that when he's not around, I do get a little antsy. So.
Yeah.
So all right, that is a good question. Mm-hmm. Jar Jar Binks saved fucking Star Wars.
He was
for me.
funny.
That movie was a comedy. He was the only funny one. He was the only one that knew what was going on.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? This shit is a funny.
I was that character. If I was in Star Wars land, what's this? Oh,
it's a movie, sucker. Please, we got to answer this. Okay. This comes from Dash, and Dash says, "Please, dear God, answer on Let's Do This."
Oh, please.
AKA, I'm a goat and I eat my own milk.
Nice.
AKA, fuck your thoughts.
Fuck your thoughts.
I wish we had thought about that before.
Oh, I know.
Call this show Fuck Your Thoughts.
That is pure genius. I will always, when I shut down to my last days, I will always think about that guy. And if ever I'm in the other plane of existence and they're asking
I think
me,
you're on the plane right now the way you're talking.
What was your whole meaning of life? And then I'll just tell that guy, fuck your thoughts.
Man, people, if you don't know where we got this from, there was this. We talk about him all the time. I'm sure somebody will post him again. But
somebody posted him on my page this week. Yeah.
Oh, really?
The preacher. Yeah.
This is preacher. This crazy preacher from the early '90s. Uh-huh. He was out of his fucking mind.
He
was. This guy was
all
paranoid
about
schizophrenic.
God.
He was
Yeah.
bipolar. I mean, he was definitely bipolar because
no.
he come on, he talk about. And see, now he was a preacher, but he confused people because he comes in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. So you think he's coming in the name of God.
Yeah.
But he would also call himself God.
Yeah.
So people be confused. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna take some calls here. Let's take our first caller. Hey, you on the air? And the woman be like, and he cursed the whole time. And the woman be like, so if you're such a holy man, then why are you cursing? He'd be like, bitch, because I'm God, motherfucker. That's why. And it's be like, Jesus.
Fuck your
Christ.
thoughts.
Yeah, like, I mean, he told one dude came on and he was just like, he's like, oh, this is J-Rod, a revolutionary leader. They're like, revolutionary. What you done lately to people? He's like, hey brother, what you up here talking about God for? What you done for the revolution? He's like, what I done for? What J-Rod done lately? What J-Rod done lately? Huh? And he just hung up. Fuck you, bitch, and hung up the phone. And then he told the guy, he's like, shit, you stink to high heaven. You smell like shit. Fuck your thoughts. That's what he told the girl. That's what he was talking to a girl when he said that. Girl, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you thinking.
Bitch. The way he says it, bitch.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah,
Fuck
your thoughts. Fuck what you're thinking.
I make my ass very available. That's my favorite part. Oh my God, he's a genius. You should look him up.
That guy is awesome. That guy, I really wish he had church every Sunday. I would be there.
I wish he had a NBC series.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, man, NBC series. Okay. This is more of a we have 2 complimentary emails in a row. And, I mean, I won't read them all. The one that says, you guys are awesome. That's pretty much it. It's from Jedi Master Dylan. Hey, we
Thanks a lot,
we appreciate
Jedi.
that. Thank you so much.
Jedi's a good guy. Yeah.
Oh, you know him. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see who else we got here. We got. This is a nice email. This is one that's actually. Carla hates when I read these, but fuck his thoughts.
Whoa!
It says, this won't be a long rant. Too late. But I want to thank you and the whole crew for the entertainment. With all of this Watchmen fun going on, I had to finally write you guys. It's funny that I usually disagree with you guys and yet can't stop coming back to the site for more. I loved Watchmen, didn't love Dark Knight, but despite our inverted opinions, I want you guys to know how much fun my friends and I have with the site. Keep up the good work, and sometimes you're frustrating. If you ever need to crash in Long Island, why would you? I have no idea. I'll be there next week. Yeah. There are 5 places with couches for you guys. And that's from Veritas.
Veritas, thank you.
Actually, I'm glad I read that because he hit on a point. It's great that you disagree with us.
Right.
But you are entertained. That's all we want you to be. Please, disagree with us all you want to. Call us some fucking fools, but are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Is this not what you have come here for?
For entertainment. Well,
no, that's good.
It's always great hearing something like that. Yeah,
no, it's
awesome.
Good, and that's exactly.
But I'd be worried. I mean, I did love the Watchmen, so I'd be more worried about you guys. I hope you guys make it out alive if you do end up hanging out there. You frustrated us to high heaven. Come hang out with us and fucking turn you into soup.
Oh, I love the way it starts out.
What's going on?
Dear honorable and magnificent co-host, and that other, and this is me, and that other who dares interrupt the co-host, infinite brilliance.
Ooh.
And this is from Spider John, who says, "Question for Let's Do This.
Awesome.
Answer at your own peril."
Ooh.
Well, I guess we got to now.
I'm ready for the peril.
Now, this is I already don't understand this question here, just from seeing what I see. But it says, "What do you think about big-lipped alligator moments? If you are unfamiliar with the term, it refers to a scene in a movie or TV show that has nothing to do with the plot, and once it is over, is never mentioned again, such as the singing alligator scene in All Dogs Go to Heaven, from which can such moments enhance a movie, or are there any? Are they nothing more than distractions from the plot. A lot of times I would say they're distractions.
Right.
One of the things that annoyed me the most, it was already in what I considered to be somewhat of a shitty movie, but in Domino, they have a scene with Monique where she's on Jerry Springer.
Right.
And the movie is already nuts, all right? But then they have this one scene where she comes out and she's making jokes on Jerry Springer and she's being obnoxious. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is annoying. It has nothing to do with the movie. The movie's already too long, and I wish they would have cut this out. Right. So I think a lot of times you're going to be, if it has nothing to do with the movie, you're going to be kind of caught off guard. You're going to be like, what does that have to do with anything?
It's like a kick in the face all of a sudden. It's like you can watch a terrible movie, then all of a sudden you'll have one scene that just kicks you right in your face and in your nuts. And I have the perfect answer for this because when I was watching Cabin Fever, I was like, I'm not getting the vibe of this film. I'm not feeling it. I don't really care about it. But there's a scene that comes out of fucking nowhere. I mean, out of the fucking blue, with this kid with a fucking, he looks like he has a mullet. And I think he does have a mullet. This kid comes out of nowhere and starts doing these karate moves out of the fucking blue.
But that's funny. That is actually funny.
And it's just a scene, and it's in fucking Zack Snyder slow-mo where he's just like, yeah, it's like about a 5-minute scene, and it has nothing to do with the movie. It's just him doing these karate moves, and it's out of nowhere. And I swear to God, at that moment in time, I looked at this, I'm like, this one little 5-minute segment is pure genius.
Yes.
And the rest of this fucking movie can fucking fletch itself down the
That's a
fucking
great
toilet.
answer, man, because that movie, while I liked the movie, I wasn't crazy about it, but I really wasn't. I wasn't, because a lot of people came out telling me, and keep in mind, this is a crowd that saw him at one of these film festivals.
Jerk-off fest?
Yeah, exactly. And these are people who don't know him, met him once, and they were like, what's his name?
We're great pals.
What's his name?
Who? The director, Eli Roth.
Eli Roth. Oh, yeah, these are people talking about, man, Eli.
Yeah.
Eli is so cool. And it's like, what a pal. Yeah, what the fuck? So you were at a festival where you got to shake hands with him once, and all of a sudden it's like,
friends.
Yeah, Eli.
Best friends. He ain't calling your
Eli,
ass.
yeah. So I wasn't like that. I was like, I don't know this fucking guy. But the movie I thought was okay. I was entertained by it. I liked it. But that kid, you're right. It had nothing to do with the movie. And it was fucking funny, man.
And they even have, like, in the behind the scenes, I remember seeing, like, a segment where it was all about how they met this kid. I can't remember his name, but he just came in the audition. And basically, his audition tape, I think it was an audition tape. All it was him doing karate. And they just saw this guy and this kid, and they're like, all right, you got to do karate in this fucking movie. And that's it. We're giving you a role just out of the fucking blue. And I'm like, all right, number one, you really can't give too much of a shit about your film. If you're letting just some kid with one talent come in, it's like the talent show interrupted the fucking movie. And honestly, the talent show is a lot better than the fucking movie, at least to me.
Damn.
So I was like, all right.
Well, I'm thinking,
part I'm sold
man,
on.
This happens a lot, and sometimes it's cool, sometimes it isn't.
Right.
In Nightmare Before Christmas, they had Oogie Boogie, who was not introduced at any moment in the movie, came out of nowhere. Yeah. And you're thinking, you know what, this is a cool animation scene. Right. But they could have taken this character out of the movie, really.
You would never have thought
and you
about
never really
him,
would have noticed, yeah. And I'm thinking, so that's one moment where I thought, like, it depends on your point of view. It could be cool, it could be not. I mean, there's so many movies. I'm thinking about Purple Rain, where there's a scene between Morris Day and Jerome, and they had this thing where they do Who's on First type sketch, except it's like, what thing? What do you mean? What? What?
No.
And it's like, and it's a terrible scene. Some people thought it was really funny though.
Yeah.
Even though I was a kid, I was like,
I haven't seen that movie since the olden days.
That scene could have been cut out of the movie and had.
It's funny you
nothing to do
say
with
that
anything.
because I was thinking about that movie today and
Purple Rain.
Yeah. There's a Mr. Bungle. Anybody who knows Mr. Bungle knows what I'm talking about. They did a demo where they actually did a line from the movie, and I thought about it was a Purple Rain line, and all I told myself was, I need to fucking rent that movie sometime soon or download it. So Because I hadn't seen that movie in years, and all I remember was the scene where I guess the mother and father that they're having their Rihanna, Chris Brown moment, and Prince goes running out of the room or something. Domestic fight.
Oh, Prince goes in and like beat up his father.
Yeah.
His father ended up slapping the shit out of him.
Right.
Oh no, Prince punches his father. And
That's right. Yeah.
And his father's on the ground and is like, I would die for you.
Why do we scream at each other?
His father with that.
What sounds like.
You know, his father is Clarence Williams III, who has always looked kind of crazy.
Uh-huh.
He was in I can't remember what he was in lately, but I remember him being in. He was Link from the Mod Squad, from that old TV show, The Mod Squad.
Oh wow!
And then he was who else was he? He was he was in that movie Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the
motherfuckers or whatever. Welcome to hell, motherfuckers.
The shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite line.
And he was that dude in
that guy
Half Baked
genius.
Samson.
Samson, got to talk to Samson. It's hard being black
That
and
dude's
gifted.
always looked scary. And Clarence Williams was third. He's always had.
Yes, Killer Bee.
That dude has never had a haircut and has looked crazy as hell all his life.
There's one line in Half Baked that he always says. I don't think anybody gives a shit about it, but there's a scene where all the guys come in and you see him with like a handkerchief over his face, and he says, "Hello, boys." Every time I see you guys, sometimes I'll go, "Hello, boys." It's awesome.
All right, we got a question here from Master of the Matrix.
Oh, that's scary.
What is your favorite theatrical experience to where when you saw it, the audience was participating and you or whoever loved it, but when you watched the same movie at your home, you didn't like it as much?
Oh, that's a good one. Shit.
Well, hey, look,
Snakes on a Plane?
God damn it, you took the one right out of my mouth.
That was the only one. That's the only one I can think of.
No, you said the same thing I was going to say because Snakes on a Plane, people were so hyped to participate in it.
We went to the midnight screening.
Exactly.
Every college kid was fucking there. Anybody who knew anything about all the internet hype was there.
Yeah,
and it was
that first night that movie made money.
Drunken party, yeah.
And we walked out saying we loved this movie.
Oh yeah.
But
we loved it.
We had to realize if we saw this at home, this would not be the same thing.
I dared not to rent it.
Yeah, no, I have not seen it since we saw it in the theater. So, but yeah, that's one. I just recently saw My Bloody Valentine, and I don't think it would have the same effect if I saw it by myself.
You're probably right about that. Yeah,
I saw it with 3D. Yeah. Now I'm going to answer for some other people, because I've never really done the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing.
Yeah,
but
I never done
I mean, come on, that's the ultimate movie where you cannot have the same experience at home.
Not at all. Like if I there's a lot of movies that I refuse to watch. That is one of them because it seems like that would be more of a an audience participation.
Hold on. Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
that would seem like more of an audience participation film than anything.
No, you're right about that. It is. Let me see. Yeah, that's one that you will definitely not get the same experience. Okay, let's see. We have Story 24.
Tell us your story.
Hey guys, love the site, and this is my favorite show. You're not just great entertainment, but talk about a lot of serious stuff too. We did talk about some serious stuff tonight. We talked about beating women.
Yeah, you
don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not right.
That's it. That's all we just say. Don't
love your women. Don't beat them.
Unless she says the wrong thing to you. Yeah. Knock that whole. No, I'm kidding. No, we don't feel that way at all.
Beautiful women have so many benefits.
Anyone who says it's too long, I managed to find the pause button if I have to. Good man. That's what you should do.
Smart man.
I don't see what's so hard about that.
Anyway, the fuck out of me.
My mom and dad. Oh, he's a Brit. My mom's
my duds.
Anyway, my mom and dad.
Tally ho!
Always tell me about their greatest cinema experience. Being when they saw Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark at a cinema in New York. And nearly everyone on the screen stood up at the end and applauded. What I want to know is, what are some of your most memorable or greatest moments you remember from watching movies. Hey, man, that's too vague.
Tally ho!
I mean, we could go on and on. Look, I will tell you one.
Uh-huh.
I will tell you one. I was so into dinosaurs when I was a kid that when I finally got to go see dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, I'm just a kid. I cried.
Oh, you
When
pussy!
when I was like, oh, dinosaurs do walk the earth.
You are a woman.
E.T. had me crying, man. I go back to movies that
Yeah.
made me cry. No, that's a good. Okay, I'm saying that's too vague, but there are some defining moments for me in movies. E.T. is a major one. Pinocchio is a major influence. Pinocchio. Almost any Disney movie from the old area, from Jungle Book to Cinderella to Snow White, almost like that golden age of Disney is major defining moment on me. Let's see, Indiana Jones was a major moment for me. E.T., like I mentioned already, is a major moment. That's the one that I really cried in. Pulp Fiction was a major moment for me in film.
Good answer.
And what is one recently? City of God. Is a major.
Yeah.
I was going through such a drought of movies, and then when I saw City of God, I said, "Wow, this is filmmaking." What do you call it? There's a movie called Cube. It's one of the few movies that really, in a long time.
You like that?
Cube, yeah, Cube.
That's funny because I thought I was the only one who liked that.
I love that movie. That is one of the few
too.
movies. So I just saw it on
Yeah.
a whim. I was dating this girl at the time, and and she was like, "Let's go to a movie." And I said, "All right." There's this movie I read about called Cube. I thought it was cheesy, but I read the description. They say it's gory. I don't see how it can be, but let's go see it.
You know
I
what's
saw
funny?
it. And I was
Wow.
nervous through that whole movie.
No shit. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny because I was trying to think the first time I saw Cube, and I think I saw it at Leon's. I was hanging out with Leon, and
You
somebody
probably
brought
did.
it, and I was like, "Holy Jesus, this is a crazy film. It's awesome. How come I've never heard of it?" I'll say, okay, as far as Empire Strikes Back.
That
I remember.
I'm sorry, that is one for me too.
Empire Strikes Back, the Battle of Hoth. It felt like I was watching a documentary, like this was actually going on somewhere, and I was like, I was in complete awe of that film, especially towards the end, at the ending when the big reveal. I won't spoil it, but no, that movie. Wow, that movie made me love cinema, and what made me want to be really enthralled with cinema was Evil Dead 2. I mentioned that Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2 was really.
I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life.
Let me tell you something.
I was
As
a
a
huge
kid,
fan of horror.
Yeah.
And just anti.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to agree
No,
with you real quick.
right.
I just want to say, as a kid, I saw that, and it blew me away, man. I said, I don't know if I should laugh at this or not, and that's when I realized that you could combine humor with horror outside of American Werewolf in London.
Right,
So, I'm sorry.
right. No, and that movie had a profound effect on me, only because of just everything about it, the filmmaking, the acting. I mean, the story. I mean, it just blew me away as far as it made it seem like it's limitless to what anyone can come up with as far as a story like that, and it just blew me away. Other films, there's been some. As far as I do feel like because they're popping in my head right now, darker films like Irreversible, which made me feel just like, I remember seeing kids and feeling just dirty, like I need to watch my mind. Irreversible had the same effect on me, but at the same time I was like, oh, this is fucked up, but it stuck with me only because to realize that certain lines that are crossed, when you're making a film, as far as like being what's the word I'm looking for? Just showing just a brutally disgusting side of the human nature. A movie like that and kids can point out, and it had a profound effect on me too. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of the last. Dark Knight definitely had as far as people's psyches and and what people have to do to make things right. I mean, that had a profound effect on me, which is why I love that film. But yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more I can think of. Yeah,
there's an endless number of films
there is.
that can influence you. Yeah, I mean, if you don't even want to talk about, I mean, there's Yeah, we could go on forever. I mean, there's some
Right,
stuff like there was some stuff that were film related things that one of my favorite animators is a guy named Don Bluth, and he made some films that I didn't think were that great, but his animation like had an influence on me. But you're right about a lot of the things you say, man.
Right. Real quick, this popped in my head just now. As far as documentaries, as far as seeing like the good nature of people coming together from all different walks of life, Hands on a Hard Body. The documentary about people like putting their hands on the truck and like trying to see how long they can last, and just people from all kind of different walks of life and their little life stories about why they're doing what they're doing, and you get into their personal life.
That was a fascinating documentary.
I love that.
I think
I love that documentary.
That had a very limited release, but people, you should see that. It's an incredible
Hands on a
documentary.
Hard Body. Look it up. It's a great documentary.
All right. This says, "Hello, cool Corey and the mighty co-host." I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna let this podcast run out here. We're gonna be done soon.
Oh my God, this is our last hurrah.
I know. Yeah,
There's
this
no
is
need
it.
for any more. Let's do this podcast.
If you were not entertained by this, I do not know what.
Yeah.
This is let's do this
Hope
question
you find God.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, because you're gonna kill yourself after this fucking extravaganza. Hey. Corey and the mighty co-host. Guy says he saw Watchmen. This is a question from New Zealand. And this is from Acoustic Punk. Basically, he saw Watchmen, loved it, liked it better than most of us, probably except for you.
Right.
And he says, my question is,
loved it.
do you think that the book's themes relate more to Americans, thus making your connection to the story stronger, where areas someone like me doesn't feel like you? I don't think so.
It's kind of tricky just because I don't know what somebody from New Zealand or I don't know what they thought because I'm not them. I can say as far as just being worried about the world exploding. I mean, I think that's a scary notion that anyone growing up in this age has to think about. I mean,
well, listen. I mean, it's a great enough story. I've heard it like connect with people all around the world. I've talked to people who have read it.
Right.
And
Alan Moore, he was an American. He wrote the goddamn.
Is he
thing.
now? Is he British?
I think he is.
Or does he just live in the UK? I'm not sure.
Oh, no, that's a great question.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty. I've always thought he was British, but
and he lives.
I think you know what
and he doesn't live in London, by the way. He lives in Hampstead or something like that.
I can't remember, but I want to say I think I'm pretty sure that he is British. Yeah.
Let's see. Here's a look. I mean,
as far as that question goes, I don't know. How
I've talked to people all around the world and who have read this book.
It seems like a universal story.
Yeah, nobody has ever said this is too American for me. I don't understand it. But I'm only talking about a handful of people that I've talked to around the world. But hey, none of them have mentioned that. So I don't think so. I don't have the point of view from a non-American person. I mean,
as far as the U.S. and Soviet relations, but as far as the characters and how they think and how they react to the world around them, no.
But even that story, I mean, you don't have to be American to know.
No, you don't have to know that was going on.
Yeah, that's a huge threat.
But then again, there's a lot of kids that didn't grow up around.
And that's another question. Hey, look, a lot of kids weren't around for that. And they read that book and they loved it. So I mean, you weren't even born at the time. So what difference should it make? It's a great story.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's a quick question. Carlisle slaughtered you and the rest of the Spill crew in the Get Smart review. You're a cartoon dude, and sometimes you come back. But how? Cartoons always come back. That's why we're cartoons. We always come back. We can't be killed. Don't you watch Roger Rabbit?
Haven't you ever seen a Looney Tunes cartoon?
Exactly. You can chop us up to pieces. We'll come back. We do this. That's the art of it.
Yeah. You might as well ask how come the Itchy and Scratchy cartoons it's still going?
Yeah, shit. They hacked Donald Daffy Duck up. He comes back.
That's right.
We're elastic that way. We're elastic and very adhesive.
Forever.
Cartoons are like big blobs. We can just get back together whenever we want to. All right. We'll read two more.
Two more. Woo.
Yeah, two more.
That's close to the end.
Which anime show would you like to see get a live action remake if they did it right? For me, it would be some shit I ain't never heard of. I ain't gonna even read it.
Well, I say it. Maybe I've heard of it.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren?
You ain't never heard of that shit, have you?
No. If you're saying it right,
Gurren. Gurren, L-A, or is it L-E?
Gurren Lagann. Okay.
Lagann.
I think I know what the guy's talking about. It's like a Japanime show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like this robot head and
it's always a robot.
Yeah. It's like a Voltron type thing, but no. Now, what was the question again? Is he asking?
Well, what anime would you like to see? He just said his.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Sin City, but they. Not Sin City. I'm sorry, Wicked City.
Wicked City.
I was gonna say Wicked City, but they did have a Wicked City
live action.
Yeah, it went straight to DVD. Ninja Scroll.
Okay, that'd be good. I would like to see Full Metal Alchemist and what was the other? Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, and Lupin. There's a character called Lupin the Third. I like to see them do a lot. Lupin the Third is not. See, what I like about Lupin the Third is that he's not some science fiction giant robot type shit and not some weird, crazy tentacle anime porn.
Right.
Lupin the Third is a thief, and the guy Hayao Miyazaki who did Spirited Away, actually animated one of the movies, and it was a great movie. It was called The Castle of Cagliostro. Look up this name, people. Castle of Cagliostro. It's a great film. It's almost like a screwball adventure film, and they might ruin it if they try to make a live action film. But I could see it being done in a very mainstream way. Even Spielberg at one time said, I've been influenced by this movie." Oh, and they made a video game out of it called Cliffhanger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just took scenes from that movie and I think a couple of TV shows,
right? Because
that character had a TV show, and then they made a video game like Dragon's Lair, where when they cue you to move a certain direction, you do it.
I just thought of one anime that I love and worship, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think so. What is that?
I'm going to give you, this thing is so super fucking hard to find. I think it was available, a bootleg DVD at one point, but I'll let you borrow the tape. I have an old tape that somebody gave me. It is incredible. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's like this group of guys that have all these special abilities, and they're trying to figure out clues to figure out this guy who's trying to destroy the city or whatever. I don't even know if I'm remembering. All I know is that these guys are put through certain quizzes and tests by these different opponents, and and they have to basically outwit their opponent. It's incredible. I don't do it justice by trying to explain. You have to see it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I would love to see that turned into a film.
Oh, really?
It's a kind of it's almost like an Indiana Jones with superpowers type adventure. Yeah. I'll let you borrow it sometime.
Yeah, let me see it, man.
That
sounds interesting. I've never seen it.
Oh, badass, yeah. Oh, by the way, though, remember Blood, the Last Vampire, I think?
Yeah.
They made that into a film recently.
Did they? Was it good? Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet. I think it's getting ready to be released, if it hasn't already, over in Japan, but I'm really interested about that. It's a short... I want to say it's done by the same guys that have worked on Ninja Scroll, but that short vampire, it's awesome if you haven't seen it. But
nice.
I'm gonna be real curious to see what they're gonna do with the movie or what they did with the movie. So,
all right, here's another question. Here it says, for the Captain America movie.
No.
Which actor do you think would be able to play Steve Rogers, a.k.a. Captain America? That's a good question because at least I have an answer for it.
Well, shit.
There's a guy named Josh Lucas.
He's the guy. Is he the guy from not Stealth, right?
Yeah,
that guy. That guy, they seemed they were primping that guy up to be a huge star, and it never happened.
It never happened, which is why I would like to see him be Captain America.
He's still kind of an unknown.
Because and I hate it when you some people are talking about Brad Pitt. Yeah, look, Brad Pitt is at the point where you see him play a role. It's Brad Pitt. It's not the character anymore. Okay.
Yeah, just fucking watch that new movie that new Quentin Tarantino movie he's in. It doesn't seem like he's really trying to be anything except Brad Pitt.
So yeah, I
have no
guy-
answer for that. Besides, Jesus Christ.
Say an unknown then. Say you'd like to see somebody who.
Oh, you know what?
Who?
The
What?
guy who played James Bond.
No,
Really?
I'm gonna tell you no.
Because
He's already James Bond. He don't need to be Captain
I know,
America.
but that's all I can think of. I don't honestly. I don't.
Just throwing shit out there.
I don't give a shit about Captain America. I'm sorry. Call me the bad guy right now. I just don't care.
Okay, we're gonna do one more. This is the last one.
And
because
that's
we're about to
it.
run out. That's it.
Colin,
this-
now I got to shut my ass down.
Now this is from somebody who hasn't written in before.
Right?
Long-time fan, first-time poster.
That's your problem. All right.
Let's see. I'll go ahead and read the whole thing since
Read
this guy he says, if one is familiar with the American movie rating system set up by the MPAA, one is likely to know that in a PG-13 movie, you are allowed to have no more than an utterance or two of the popular four-letter word starting with F. And let's see here. As long as they don't refer to the actual act, but rather use it as an adjective or insult. In many PG-13 movies, one can predictably tell that the writers use this rule to often a clever and surprising advantage. Okay, I read all this
Holy
shit.
shit.
I read all that
what
shit
the
for this
hell
one
are you
goddamn.
talking about?
I don't know. I read all that shit for this one thing. And what occurrences of a PG-13 F-bomb did you guys find most effective? Okay, I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you the first time that it really stood out to me, and that's a good question. The first time, because I'll tell you what, Leon and I had an argument about whether you could say it's fuck. The word is fuck.
Yeah.
And we had an argument early on, a long time ago, whether you could say the word fuck in a movie. Mm-hmm. And I said you can say fuck in a PG. I'm sorry, in a PG-13 movie. Right. And I said you can say fuck in a PG-13 movie. And he said no, you can't. And I was like, you can. He's like, no, you can't. He was looking at me like, no, you can't. And I was like, man, look, go watch Forrest Gump. All right. Yeah. And there's a part in there where they throw that word out there as loud and clear as they can because that's the only time they use it. They say, Forrest Gump is at some hippie rally or something, right. And one guy introduces him and he says, Forrest fucking Gump. I was like, that's about as loud and clear as you can see. And I think he even tried to tell me, well, Forrest Gump is rated R. I was like, no, it's PG-13. God damn it, fuck you. Well, so can you think of anything?
Well, didn't South Park do haven't they ever said fuck on TV for crying out loud?
But they were on a channel that wasn't falling under MPAA rules.
Oh, okay. I thought
that's television.
Okay. Movie. Didn't they say fucking E.T. at one point?
No.
I thought they said,
E.T.
get that fucking alien out of my goddamn closet. What the hell? You dressing him like a woman? What the fuck is wrong with you? Wasn't that a PG movie?
I think E.T. at the end of it said, fuck you.
Fuck you, Elliot.
All right, y'all.
That's all I got.
People,
we
gave you a long-ass email section here. We got to get out of here.
It's time to shut down.
Time to shut down. Let's do this. We can't do this anymore.
Close these blinds.
We are goats, and we cannot drink any more of our own milk. We cannot eat any more of our own milk.
We are done.
Fuck your thoughts.
Fuck your thoughts.
All right, y'all. That's
this
it.
Podcast is too long.
This has been over 3 hours, man. Can you believe that?
Holy Jesus.
All right, y'all. We got to get out of here.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Watchman ran. Sex man confused his hands with stars again.